did 2 weeks ago when you texted me at halftime that JJ sucks, and then he came back and whipped the Bears' ass. You can't even tell me otherwise. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Turf Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Gabe Dowd, and joining me are my two lovely co-hosts. You know him, you love him, the man himself, Nick Walters, a.k.a. Big Whopp.
Yes, sir.
And to my left is Dom Capuano, a.k.a. Domi Salami, and yet again, not repping the Seattle Seahawks, not repping his team, not even repping the
I don't have to rep them because they're that good.
Not even repping the Steelers. I mean, you got more black on than blue, so I guess you are a Steelers fan right now. We'll hear more about that when you get to the game. Boys, it is episode 46. We're almost to episode 50. We're over halfway to 50.
I feel like we just did episode 10.
Yes, Gabe, we are indeed over halfway.
Okay, well,
to 50.
I mean, we're like less than 5.
That is
episodes.
a true statement.
I mean, we're like less than halfway in terms of.
We are past episode
40s.
25,
from 40s,
guys.
yeah, you know what I meant. You know what I meant.
In fact, we're on the same
God,
wave.
this kid is just being a dick
Go
tonight.
back and listen to our episode 25, and
I
you
don't
tell
want
us
you
how
to.
far we've come.
I think if you go listen 2 weeks ago and you come back, every week it's a little bit better, I would hope. Now there's some down weeks.
Yeah, there's
the week we recorded at like 11:40 was not it.
That was probably the worst episode.
That was probably a low moment for everyone.
Yeah.
It was a 45-minute episode.
Boys, I'm surprised that I'm even this happy right now, considering the
our team played like shit.
Trauma that week 2 entailed for not just the Broncos. There were a lot of teams that just got dog walked for entire 60 minutes.
How many quarterbacks are out right now?
The injuries were absurd, but we will get to that. So, boys, for episode 46, we've got our week 2 reactions, and if you loved it last week, we're bringing it back. Well, you better use it because it's every week. We've got Dom's week 2 2-minute drill. Dom, are you ready? Are you prepared, or are you going to just wing it again like last?
Just as prepared as I was last week.
So it's going to be beautiful.
Fair enough.
I sure remind me to get the clock ready because, I don't have it up now, but I do remember last week we had to go, and so remind me. We are also going to be doing a segment, boys. I didn't tell you this until just now, so this is just a surprise for you now as it is for the viewers. We're going to be doing things that NFL fans must accept following week 2 games and outcomes. I got this from, good old Football Forever Instagram account. They always share some lovely, content. I figured, why not use what our community is giving us? And I figured these were some interesting things, so we're going to go through that. We're going to break it down, give us our thoughts. And to finish it off, we've also got our week 3 Pick Ems. So we will see our leaderboard, we will see our picks, and hell, you might just even see week 3's bet of the week between Bear and Big Whopp.
Yes, we will.
Because, Nick, you are 0-2. I'm up $15.
The season is young.
I'm up $15, and you just keep losing right now.
Who, you Master Oogway?
Yeah. I am, actually. No. Kung Fu Panda, baby.
Oh, there you go. You heard it here first.
Before
I've watched that movie 0 times. Not once.
What?
Never seen it. Never seen Kung Fu Panda.
You've seen Kung Fu Panda, right?
You obviously. What? You have to.
Obviously, he hasn't.
I started it, but I couldn't finish it. It was terrible.
So he's at least started it.
When did you watch it?
I was young.
That show was like my favorite.
8.
I saw that and Cats and Boots in theater. I don't know why those are two definitive movie theater moments. Puss in Boots.
Cats and Boots.
It was so definitive in his life, he doesn't even know the name of it.
Cats and Boots. There it is.
Did you see Donkey, too?
I'm so glad you corrected me because I didn't even. Dude, that's just like earlier with the Spencer Rattler, and I kept trying to say.
I thought it was. I was thinking Puss in Boots.
That's what I meant to say.
I was like, maybe there's a spin-off version of it or another movie or something. So I'm not going to correct
boys,
you.
It's been a long week already. We got up at 5:30 yesterday to go to Nichols to go do the. Sorry, I did.
I slept until 10.
I did. Okay, good for you. Well, you've been sick as a dog if you can't tell by your voice.
Yesterday was
the heavy
bad,
breathing throughout the episode.
That's a typical. Even when he was healthy, he was doing that. So it's nothing new. It's just the coughing you're gonna hear.
Yeah.
Up at 5:30 yesterday. Go to school, Super Bowl meeting, then school, then run, then work. Watch some football. Go to bed. Repeat today. So I'm a little beat up, but I'm excited for the podcast.
Big man.
That's all that matters. Yes, but before I hand the floor over to Dom to start us off with our NFL headlines and news, is there anything else you want to get off our chest in this intro? Is there anything that's been on your mind? Anything that happened in life you got to get off? Because we really didn't go deep in anything else this week. Usually in the intro, someone's got something sporadic to say.
I mean,
I'd say Kung Fu Panda and Puss in Boots is pretty sporadic.
That's pretty sporadic.
Yeah, that's not football, so leave it at that.
You good with that?
I'll leave it at that.
All right, Dom, take it away.
Well, my fantasy team loves to hear it.
I don't want to
my favorite 49ers quarterback, Brock Purdy. This is definitely, I think, Joe Burrow that got this injury. Oh, no, Brock Purdy has it as well.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Sorry, I read the first and last. I never heard
Way to spoil my damn news.
Mac Jones is who single-handedly won me my bet this week, not Brock Purdy.
All right, well, anyways, 49ers.
Here's cough number 1 of the episode.
Who?
Start it over.
Okay.
He coughed.
Cut.
Everything's original here on this podcast. Oh, God. We're all
dying. We're not going to make it, dude.
Okay.
One by one, we're going
like 3 minutes in.
Okay. 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy will miss 2 to 5 weeks with a form of turf toe. Do we know what stage it is?
I would imagine if it's 2 to 5
probably
weeks,
like 1 or 2. It has to be.
Yeah, there's no way it's a grade 3 considering what we're going to be hearing soon. Don't say it. We'll let you get your minute of fame.
So we saw Mac Jones.
Wow.
You know,
this is my last episode, folks. I'm gonna go start.
It
my
sounds
own
that
damn,
way. It
I'm
does
gonna go
sound
start
that
my
way.
own damn podcast.
You already tried that. We saw it that way. We heard it tonight.
Are you guys done?
No,
no,
not yet.
All right. I guess
Nah,
they don't
I'm
have
good
much
now.
to say about that.
Okay, Brock Purdy.
Fuck the 49ers.
No.
No.
All right, there it is. Yeah. Now you won't hear me saying it, but all right, I'll crack this one before you get to the next spot. There we go.
I'm saving mine.
Go for it. Save it all you want. I'm thirsty.
Anyways, next up, we got Packers wide receiver Jaden Reed has suffered a fractured collarbone.
Bro, read the doc, dude.
What? What is so funny?
Look what I highlighted. He could be out 608 weeks. It's like the rest of his life. Dude.
I didn't even fucking get to that yet. You guys just ruined it for me. Yep, guys, he's out for 6 years. So, do we know the real amount of time he's out for?
6 to 8.
Because obviously one of us can't fucking type here.
Oh my god, I almost just died. Dude, look. I was meant to hit the dash button and I hit the 0. My bad.
608 weeks is 11
Oh my
years.
god.
Yeah, he's out for 11 years, guys.
Dude, I need a minute, dude. Holy crap. Keep going. I'm just,
So,
holy shit.
Huge hit for the Packers, but at the end of the day, they're still dominating.
Yeah, their
within
defense is
division,
unbelievable.
and
Yeah, I
yeah,
smack my mic.
I'm back. I'm good.
Sure.
we're getting it together.
I read it as you saw it, and I had just taken a sip, and it just didn't go out. It didn't go well.
I didn't even read it yet because I thought you guys were laughing at me.
No, we were laughing at the
For
mess
once,
up that I
they're
made.
not laughing at me.
Dude, I do homework before I do the script. You know, I got a lot on the mind. I'd meant to hit dash, and I hit 0. It made out 608
He's
weeks.
out for 11 years.
Jaden
guys.
Reed, we're bad that we messed up the duration of your injury. Hope you heal.
It's going to be a
quickly.
miraculous recovery. Guarantee you that.
Okay, let's move on because we've now shit on him, and I refuse to shit on the next player.
Next up, we got Commanders running back Austin Eckler suffered a torn Achilles on Thursday night and will be out for the season.
That might be a career ender
This
for him.
is brutal. This is actually brutal
He's
because
a free agent.
look, the rookie Ja'Cory is not quite what they thought he was going to be based on the preseason performance.
Yeah.
So when you trade away Brian Robinson to the 49ers, your hope is that Eckler and the rookie are going to be the 1-2 punch that you're desiring. And now you have Eckler going down. Your Ja'Cory is not being what we all thought he's going to be. So now the question is, and I hate to spoil it coming up, but you're having injuries elsewhere on the team.
Yeah.
So now the question remains, if the run game is falling apart, another major aspect, which we'll get to, is falling apart. What does this mean for the future going forward for at least the next 4 weeks for the Commanders, who they've got a big lineup of games coming?
They got a big game coming up this
That's
week.
what I'm saying. Like, it's not big game, but any win in the beginning is a win. You need to get them while you can.
absolutely, yeah.
Get them while you can. So,
They already don't look as dominant as they did
I mean, you
last
just
year.
said it. This could be exactly. So that's one thing. So one, we're already seeing them look not as scary as they were last year.
Yeah.
2, we're seeing injuries hit them, and now it's what comes with all that is confidence. It's gonna start slipping. So now my question to you guys is, what are your predictions for the next? I'll say 3 weeks. We'll not even go. We'll go. Well, that's as far as we'll go for right now.
Predictions for the Commanders for the next
I think it's rough. I think
I
it's
don't
gonna
think
be.
it's
If
yet.
they win, it's not gonna be good.
I wonder if the Niners are making Brian Robinson available. They could use a guy like
the
that.
trade's looking really bad right now, is what you're saying.
I've seen a lot of jersey swaps of him in the Commanders uniform.
It's almost like we've seen it in real life. No, damn, must have been a dream. Yeah, Commanders fans,
Yikes.
be prepared. I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. I mean, I expect
They're
going
going to make some sort of move.
I
I'm
expect them to,
Yeah.
figure their way out through this, but this one's huge. And like you said, for the sake of Eckler in terms of his career, how many more injuries can this guy sustain before he's just done playing ball?
This might be it, to be honest with you. He's got
Achilles, we've had
33?
ACLs. Oh, he's up there. Yeah, he's up there. But I don't know. This one's crazy. This one was not what I
He's
expected to be on
30.
the bingo card for Thursday Night Football.
He's-
I expected the Commanders to be a big game with the Packers.
He's 30, but for a running back, that's like 80.
that's old.
So
Yeah.
Well, not only that, factor in the
running back
ACL,
years, yeah.
the 2 other injuries,
Yeah.
everything he's sustained now, and you add that to it. I mean,
you just can't sustain it.
I'm not saying you're a bad player. I'm just saying
No,
eventually
absolutely.
it's going to catch
gonna
up.
catch up
Mileage
to
is
You
Yeah.
catching up, so-
single-handedly won me fantasy football in
Yeah.
like 2021. You dragged my team to the championship.
Yeah, in
won,
short,
so-
actually, what we're saying is the mileage is catching up. To
Yeah.
him. So that's what it is. This one was, though, shocking. This next
Yeah,
one.
this a huge trade out of New England, one that nobody was expecting. They traded wide receiver Jalen Polk and a 2028 7th-round pick to the Saints for a 2027 6th-round pick.
Keep in mind, Jalen Polk's out for the year.
Yeah, he's hurt.
What does that say about your player getting rid of him? What does that say about the Patriots getting rid of this player?
It's not a good look. It's almost like
every
Dan
week
Campbell
we say this about the Patriots.
Getting rid of that quarterback because he needs a change of scenery.
Hendon Hooker, yeah. A few weeks ago.
Now correct me if I'm wrong. Who did they trade beforehand? Javon Baker they also let go, no? Or are we still? What is the deal with Javon Baker? Because if I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like the Patriots did this a few weeks ago with one of the other players, and now this is the question where I ask Mike Vrabel.
He's on the Eagles.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Javon Baker. We need some clarity. What is the direction we're going with? Is Pop Douglas and Stephon Diggs, who has not looked great, the only route we're going? Granted, you did slip away with the win this week, but it was not easy by any means, not pretty by any means. So what are we doing with the Patriots organization? What is Mike Vrabel trying to establish? Because you're getting rid of – this was a 2nd-round draft pick.
Yeah.
I don't care what the issues are at hand. I don't see a viable reason now. Now, granted, Patriots are going to come at me right now
in the Patriots' defense, you have Stephon Diggs. Kayshawn Booty's looking better.
What have they done?
Week.
What have they done?
Not a lot. I mean,
not enough to get rid of your 2nd-round draft pick.
No.
Do you agree?
I agree 100%.
You have to put time into your stock. You cannot draft him in year 2.
They got dirt with him too. They got absolutely dirt
with a year of an injury. It wasn't even play killed.
Right. You could have put him on IR and saved yourself a roster spot. That's like the
Texans getting rid of Tank Dell.
John Mechie. They actually got rid of John Mechie for no reason.
Yeah, but the receiver position is just questionable. I mean, there's so many questions to be asked, but this one specifically pertaining to this. The Patriots have not a lot to talk about. They're not the Packers where you have these guys performing like legitimate 2s and 3s. These are not number 1s that can carry.
All performing
Hell,
like
I will go as
3s and
far
4s.
as saying these aren't even the Broncos receivers where they have the potential and the cusp to get there.
What has Stephon Diggs even done this year?
Exactly.
I haven't heard his name at all, actually.
Pop Douglas. I mean, you're doing you, but you're not enough to justify this for me.
I will say, for a team that was supposed to come out and was favored in 11 games, barely sneaking by the Dolphins and then losing that first game.
What source were they favored for 11?
It was a lot. They were supposed to go 11.
I hope not. That's absurd. I don't care what the defense is.
Diggs has 10 catches for 89 yards, no touchdowns so far this year.
And he was one of our best receivers 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Hell, even a year ago, he might have been top 10.
And he has no competition on his team. 0.
I'm sorry. This leaves a sour taste in my mouth. There's no justification for this trade.
Patriots are favored in ahead of the 2025 NFL season.
He's not kidding. For 11 games.
Yep.
Yeah, they were.
Actually, the favorites in 11 games.
That's absurd. Patriot fans do not expect 11 wins, especially with these questionable games. Like I said, there's going to be some fan that's going to come out here in the comments and say that I don't watch enough Patriots tape, I don't watch enough Patriots football, I don't follow it, whatever the case may be.
Drake May
But nothing justifies this. Nick, you bet on Drake May last week for your very last time, and you pulled away with it, but it wasn't pretty by any means.
No, I didn't.
The Patriots' schedule.
Wait, you went against him this time.
Also
you went away with him this time. 2 weeks ago was your final straw with him.
It was my first and final.
Yeah.
You had one shot and you blew it, pal. It's over.
And then he gets the W this week. But like I just said, it was not pretty. Dom even said, if you're slipping by the Dolphins with the current state they have, what kind of questions does that raise for you?
Right. Dom, you sent us Mike McDaniel's quote. What?
His job is not in jeopardy, folks. His job is not in jeopardy by him.
Let me read you the exact quote. Because
I just laughed when I heard it. I couldn't believe it was real.
Absolutely absurd. I couldn't believe an actual NFL head coach.
And it sucks because he's a great offensive play caller. It is a guy who has a mastermind in terms of ball, but it's like, at what point do they have to just strip it down to nothing? I mean, you got to restart at some point. It's been year and year. The Dolphins have been pitiful for 20-plus years. You know, I've got friends that have never seen this team win, let alone think about them winning. So now you bring in this coach. Young, it was great. The first few years were amazing. You drop 70 on the Broncos' head. You get Tyreek Hill. It looks great. Tua, when before all the concussions, was one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league. And now this team has become a shell of itself. It's not even one given player. It's not even just the coach. It's the whole team.
Yeah, the whole team is just done.
So here's the quote. To win games, you have to win the game and not lose the game. Honestly. And that is how you lose the game. You're moving the ball down the field. You're 1st and 10, and then you find yourself at 2nd and 20. That was critical.
Mike McDaniel, I'm glad you could write us your own edition of Football for Dummies. I'm glad you could really define us a textbook.
Thank you.
To win the game, you need to win the game.
I feel enlightened, honestly. I wish the Broncos had known that.
I wish Sean Payton knew in order to win the game, you've got to win the game. I mean, shit, we might have not gotten a leverage call if we'd done that.
That was the first time that's been called in 400
Maybe that's the
years.
philosophy that every coach needs to follow. In order to win the game, you have to win it.
Nobody would ever get fired again.
No.
We'd have a perfect league. Everybody would go 17-0 every year. Everybody would win the Super Bowl.
Somehow. Everyone.
Everybody's perfect.
We wouldn't be able to fit this sign on the wall.
No, we'd have friggin' 800 of them.
It'd be infinite.
For the sake of moving on, we'll go on to everybody's favorite team, the Cowboys.
Hey, they got a dub this week.
And their standout guard, Tyler Smith, has finally agreed to a 4-year extension worth $96
He deserves it. Look,
Yeah,
let's get this straightened out.
One of
He's
Dak's
one of
biggest
the brightest
protectors.
pieces on that team, and like you just said, he's the reason, if not the only reason, that man will stay upright this year and continue to have a good season like he's been showing the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Despite how they started, Dak has had a monstrous start to the season. Better than I anticipated, considering everything he's been through, considering all the drama that comes with being the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, considering the injuries he's dealt with, and all the
Micah
media
Parsons
drama.
trade.
You know, me and Nick say this all the time. And me and Nick say this all the time. Had he been a free agent and the Broncos were in the same situation they've been in 2 years ago, I'm taking on Dak any day.
To get Dak
Prescott. Dak, Cowboys aside, is a great quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Does he fold in certain situations? Yes, but we don't know if that's just a product of where he comes from. That's what I've always labeled Dak as. So for me, this is the most brilliant signing that they've had. They had no choice. They had no choice but to extend Tyler Smith.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
And with the way Javonte's been playing, obviously it was worth it.
Who?
The run offense is
Never heard of him.
crazy. Yeah, you better get used to hearing it because holy shit. He's got 149 yards in the first 2 games or something like that. I don't even think he had that in 6-week stretch with Denver.
He didn't have that in his 3 years with us.
So there you go.
4
That shows
years,
it.
actually. He missed a year because he was out.
All right, Dom. On to the
Well,
next Cowboys
next
piece
up.
of news.
Seahawks legend, free agent pass rusher. Always butcher his first name, so Jadavion.
There you go. You
Got
had
it.
it. You had it.
Clowney is signing with the Dallas Cowboys. Speaking of the Cowboys,
This is really the
Bro
Micah
said
Parsons
Seahawks
replacement
legend.
they
He
have been
awful.
searching for.
He went to the Seahawks for, did he not? And then they released him?
Yeah,
He
the
did,
Texans traded him to Seattle.
And he wasn't terrible on the Seattle Seahawks, but it was
No.
it was just such a quick stint.
Well, back when he played with his brother, way back when, they were one of the most 2 dominant linebackers in the league. They played on the Legion of Boom, did they not?
Who the fuck are you talking about?
Him and his brother.
You're talking about Shaquille and Shaquem Griffin.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
The
you
guy with
are.
one hand.
You are not talking about Jadavion Clowney.
Jadavion Clowney does not have a brother in the NFL.
Not that I'm aware of.
And maybe I'm crazy.
I think you're thinking of the Griffins.
You're thinking of the Griffins. Yeah.
Am I thinking of the Griffins?
Yeah, the Twins.
They definitely didn't play in the Legion of Boom. Jadavion Clowney didn't go to the Seahawks until
Team
2019.
17,
Clowney,
18,
what a
or 18, yeah.
name. Yeah.
I don't know what you're coming up with.
Jadavion Clowney does not have an NFL brother, but his cousin, Damon Clowney, played college football at the University of
I guess
South
I'm not the only
Carolina.
one having a low night tonight. Dom just had a whole low
I
moment.
guess I just had a stroke, guys.
That's not funny, dude.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
are you
All
gonna
right, Nick, you've been waiting to say this.
Speaking of
piece
stuff
all
that's
night.
not funny.
Don't start with
Bengals
that.
Superstar quarterback Joe Burrow has suffered a grade 3 turf toe injury and will miss likely the remainder of the regular season, as officially labeled as 3 months.
Yep, there goes my fantasy
Week
quarterback.
2. Out. Jake
Okay,
Browning, QB1.
Look, let's stop talking about fantasy. Like when it comes to this situation,
This
right
man
here,
has been injured. I saw
I have
the
an
graphic
analogy
today
for you.
comparing
He has
him
one
to
of the
Andrew
worst
Luck.
fucking
I was just going to
O-lines
say
of
I
all
have an
time.
analogy for you. This is unfortunately the Andrew Luck of our generation.
And what's the
That's
similarity?
worse.
You were
The
watching
O-line.
an
O-line
elite
injuries.
level quarterback. I don't care what anyone says. Knock
Oh.
all the Bengals around out. Joe Shiesty is elite. He's proven it. And if you don't back him now, then why were you backing him when they made the Super Bowl appearance?
They're the only
Joe
reason he did.
Burrow is unfortunately what Andrew Luck was. A great quarterback who had all of us excited to watch him play, could have done great things. Maybe he still will do great things, but it's unfortunately
On a new
been set
team.
back now for 3 seasons of his short career. He is not old. He has not been in the league that
ACL,
long.
hand, and now this turf toe.
Your wrist was one of them. I just put off the
Wrist,
camera
yeah.
accident. Your wrist was one of them, and then you had your knee completely reconstructed in your rookie season, and
Yeah.
now
came
you
back
have
the next year to go to the Super Bowl.
and now you have a turf toe injury. Now, all jokes aside, this is one of the dumbest injuries by hearing it. This is one of those ones that's kind of like a hamstring or a groin. This lingers.
nag you,
This does
yeah.
not go away. This is not something that it's just in the past once you've come back from. This hurt Philip Lindsay for a season and a half.
Yeah.
This has hurt many other players. Christian McCaffrey has been a product of turf toe for how long?
Yeah, and guess how many games he's played?
So
Not many.
this one really concerns me. At first everyone thought it was a knee, and now it's turf toe, which great. It's not an ACL tear, but this will linger on for the rest of his career. It
Yeah.
could, is what I'm saying. It's just such an unfortunate situation for all parties involved, not just Joe Burrow. This sucks for both receivers at hand. This sucks for the defense that just cannot get anything going. This sucks for the fan base that has been waiting for a resurgence since he got drafted. Like, it just sucks for everyone involved. And as much as I want the AFC to crumble around the Broncos, I got to say here from an analytical standpoint as an NFL fan and just say here, like, this hurts football in the end.
Absolutely.
This hurts the competition level of football. Because every week now forward is no longer Joe Burrow versus the other great quarterback. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's Jake Browning, whoever the hell dresses up in a Bengals uniform against the next best team.
Week 4.
I'm just saying, it
at
really
home,
it kills
Jake
football.
Browning, good luck, pal.
It kills football is all I'm saying. Like, do I want a free W? Sure, and it's not free, but at the same time, you can't tell me that doesn't hurt football in terms of viewership, ratings, competition level, everything.
I don't mind.
Absolutely.
I know, but you got to look at it from a certain point where it's like, I want to see Joe Burrow compete with the best, and I want to be able to say Bo Nix is beating the best.
I want to see the Bengals be competitive.
We can't even be Daniel Jones.
Well,
let's chill on the best.
Look,
let's be Daniel Jones.
You just said
first.
you hope Daniel Jones wins the MVP this year, so that we can.
So that we can say it wasn't that bad. I don't think it's gonna happen, but
move on.
A man can hope. Bears star cornerback Jalen Johnson is out probably for the rest of the year with a groin injury.
0-2 start and out
the game against the Lions with this injury. Yikes! He's one of their best defensive players.
He's one of the best one of the best cornerbacks in the league. Yeah.
Him and Jaquan Brisker.
To start 0-2, to have your coach's former team scream his name, do his his team as a celebration.
They booed the hell out of Ben Johnson.
Absolutely stomped 52 to whatever it was,
21 or something.
And then also have your star cornerback to a defense that's struggling to help the offense get going. This is terrible.
I seen that before?
This is terrible. I mean, yeah, but we're not the Bears yet. I really hope we're not the Bears.
We're quickly approaching.
We're not. Don't say that. But yeah, this sucks for the Bears. And Bears fans.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Yeah. Ravens veteran pass rusher Kyle Van Noy is going to miss multiple games with a hamstring injury, which Gabe just mentioned can be that lingering injury that can kind of derail your season.
Now, a lot of people are going to sit here and be like, Kyle Van Noy, how are you even playing in the league still? This is actually detrimental to the Ravens defense.
He was top 5 in sacks last year.
This is actually detrimental to the Ravens defense. Good. I don't think people realize what this veteran does for John Harbaugh's defense. This defense actually relies on his presence on the defensive 100%. Line and outside linebackers. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how they pick it up. I'm curious to see what they do and change because Kyle Van Noy, for how old he is, has put in some serious pressure on the quarterbacks in the last 2 seasons. Hell, the last 3 seasons. Ever since he got to the Ravens, he revamped himself.
He looks like Patriots, Kyle Van Noy.
It's kind of like what Judon did when he left the Ravens and went to the Patriots. It's like that change of scenery just lights a fire in their ass to get going. And I mean, I liked it. It was fun to watch. But like you just said, I hope this hamstring injury doesn't kill the momentum for the defense or his
older too,
end of his career.
So I wonder.
Yeah, I don't want to see his career end off this. I want to see it end in a playoff, at least a playoff appearance. Not an injury that cut your season short. You know, so. And here goes the injury bug again, keeping it going.
So here's another nagging injury. There's a good chance Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy could miss 2 to 4 weeks with a high ankle sprain.
This is bad.
So if I'm not mistaken, he is already out this coming week. Now, to make it even worse,
Carson Wentz got hurt, right?
Yeah, they picked up a quarterback, Desmond Ridder. We were talking about that earlier. So not that he's hurt. I think he's questionable. I don't know. Carson Wentz is fine, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fine. No, they said he was going to play.
Maybe
I looked
somebody
everywhere.
posted it. Maybe they made a mistake and they meant J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, because I was going to say.
Because I sent it to you guys.
They brought up Desmond Ridder, but I think that's just a safety blanket for Carson. But now here's what I'll say to Dom's point. J.J. going out really hurts the development and the trajectory of this entire team. Kevin O'Connell has gotten this team so invested in JJ's development and growth.
And I don't think it's going to work out. Call me a JJ
Don't say
hater.
that.
Call
Do not
me
say
a
that.
JJ
You're a JJ hater.
You are.
I
You
am.
have the most output of hate for this guy.
I'm sorry,
He's played
but
2 games.
I get it's his rookie.
Give him a break.
I get it.
Bo Nix looks like shit in his first 2 games.
And his first 5 in his rookie year. This is JJ's rookie year.
No, I mean his Bo's last year.
That's what I'm saying. This is 2 years of Bo looking like shit in the beginning.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But did
Gino looked like shit yesterday, and you spent
fuck
all
Gino.
year
He's
last
fucking terrible.
That's
telling
that
us how
we're
great he
talking about.
was.
Did
But
Bo Nix have 3 fumbles in 1 game?
Pretty much.
Okay, you got to understand, for JJ's second start, he has had 2 back-to-back
In
primetime games.
JJ's second start, he could have spiked the ball every play and still had a better QB
You wouldn't have
rating
known that
than
had
how
an
he played.
outsource at a source
I know,
not
exactly.
said that out.
You
but
wouldn't know a lot
aside
of things
from that point,
if outsources didn't.
aside from that point, okay, but you can't go based off of that because, like Nick says all the time, the stats don't tell the whole story.
Yeah,
They don't.
100%.
Go watch the whole game. The Falcons' defense was getting after the kid. Dom, you put any rookie quarterback. You put Jalen Milroe in 2 back-to-back Monday night playoff games in your rookie season. I'd like to see how you perform. You think Atlanta's an easy place to? Oh no, they were home, but still, you think it's an easy place to play under your own pressure, your own lights, your entire fan base, and your all-star receiver expecting the most out of you, let alone your coach of the year?
I'm not putting JJ McCarthy in the dirt yet.
You did 2 weeks ago when you texted me at halftime that JJ sucks. And then he came back and whipped the Bears' ass. You can't even tell me otherwise.
Clip it.
And then instead of shitting on JJ entirely, why don't we sit here
guess
and
who
give
was
the
right
man
week
his
2?
flowers that Michael Penix came out and did what you also had been shitting on for so long. You doubt so many of these prospects before you see them flourish. Before you even let them see them hit the brick wall, you immediately put the roadblock right there. You write them off like that. But you're also the guy who used to root for the guy who was wrote off. So tell me how that works. Make that make sense. Tell me how you were going to write J.J. McCarthy off, who's one of the youngest quarterback prospects coming out of the draft last year, and in his second season with Michigan, won a national championship. Go look at what he did at IMG Academy. He was one of the best quarterbacks to come out of the state of Florida in that program. Now he's playing for one of the best teams in the NFC with one of the best coaches. He is young. He didn't get to throw a lot in Michigan, and everyone knocked him for it. That's not fair. Because when the kid rips it, he fucking rips it. He's one of the most accurate passers for his age group, for his class.
His 3 interceptions aren't showing it.
Bo has 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
You're not shitting on Bo yet? Hell, you were the one telling me, Nick, after the game, Bo had a good game still. You got shit to look happy forward to.
3 tugs in the first half.
J.J. McCarthy, I will say this right now. Does a loss suck? Yeah, but guess what? When you fail in life, no, this is something that football and life teaches you. When you lose in life, when you fail, when you fall flat on your face, which happened more, that he got the worst of what he could have had last night. He got killed every play. He could have gotten hurt in some of the plays he got sacked on. He did get hurt, but some of the plays he dodged. He's lucky. He could have had a lot worse injury than what he has right now. Ankle sprain you can come back from. But this is what I will say, and this is my takeaway. I want everyone to take away from this episode. When you fail in life, when you fall flat on your face, you prevail, you learn. When you succeed and all you do is succeed, you don't learn shit. You don't take anything from succeeding nonstop. JJ needs to fail in order to keep moving. Kevin O'Connell is aware that in order for this guy to hit the best, to be one of the best, you have to do what Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning did, Phillip Rivers did. All they did was fail in the beginning of their careers, and now all of them are on Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks. Phillip Rivers, of all of those quarterbacks I just listed, knows the most about failing. But we will sit here and say he's one of the best quarterbacks.
I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just my personal opinion that I don't think he's going to work out.
I think the Vikings are going to have to bite the bullet. You cannot say that. I
am saying it right now. I can say it right now. I think the Vikings are going to regret ever trading away Sam Darnold after a 14-2 season.
And there it is. That's what I've been waiting for this entire conversation. Yep. The Panthers' offensive guard, Robert Hunt, has a torn bicep and will go on injured reserve with his season-ending injury. He was on the Dolphins a few years ago. He's the one that got that touchdown that got called back, right?
I don't know what else the Panthers can take at this point. I mean, Bryce Young is, I guess, okay. I mean,
he's not taking that step we all hope.
Yeah, he's not what we thought he was going to be this year already.
Yeah.
We've already seen it. I mean, the Panthers, I had high hopes for them. I was thinking Chuba Hubbard was going to really lead that team like Christian McCaffrey.
Where's he
just extended him, too.
Where's he been?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even heard his name yet this season, actually.
Exactly.
So,
sticking with the Panthers, another offensive line injury. Their center, Austin Corbett, has a grade 3 MCL injury and will also head to IR.
So not only is Xavier Legette not performing, Chuba Hubbard not performing, Bryce Young not performing, the only performing player on that team right now is Tet McMillan, and now your offensive line's wiped.
Yep.
David Canales, I don't know what you'd do. I feel for you. This is a hard situation for
fault.
a young coach to be in.
This
is a tough situation for a young coach to be in.
Yeah.
How you navigate it, I don't know, but it puts him on the hot seat just by association.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd like to think they give him a little bit more credit like they do with Dable in New York, but who's to say they don't
too much credit, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I hope they give him a little more leeway like they do in New York, but who am I to
yeah,
say
they
that?
got killed by the Jags, and they were somewhat competitive towards the end of the Cardinals game.
And that's the thing is they're always competitive late, but that's not what wins you games. Exactly.
Yeah. They need to start out strong.
You can only take so many moral victories from these garbage time plays, as you just said, or like where you almost, you feed off of the other team letting up a little bit. You can only pull so much from that. I mean, look at Drew Lock's career with the Broncos. That's exactly what that was. Bro could come back, but not always. It was
sometimes he pulled it off, but...
All right. Moving on to the more broadcast side of things, Molly, I hope I don't mess it up, Molly. Molly Kiram, host of First Take since 2020. Wait, I messed that up again. I'm just all over the place, boys. Since 2015, not 2025, my bad. Molly Kiram, host of First Take since 2015, is leaving ESPN at the end of the year. She has been with the company since 2006, and she also did not really state as to why she is leaving. She did leave us with a little statement, though, saying she's grateful for her time on the show. So I guess that is left up for interpretation. Take that how you will. I don't know if the network has something to do with this. I don't know if it's personal reasons. I don't know what it is. But she's been on the program for a long time. When you hear First Take, she is one of the only female voices you think of really that are tied to ESPN in my eyes. When I think of female presence in sports, she is one of the first voices I come to. Her always breaking up Stephen A. Smith from going over TV time and all that.
Especially when Max Kellerman still work there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So it's gonna be a different scenery. I actually expect them to have I hope not, but I do expect them to have a little bit of. It's gonna be different without her there. I think you're gonna see a little bit of slip of viewership maybe. I know.
She had a good presence on that show.
That's what I'm saying. She carried herself very well.
She did.
I don't see myself tuning. That's a lie. I like Stephen A. and I love what they have going.
It's a ridiculous show.
It's a break of tradition to have a female who can speak sports the level she was. Joy Taylor didn't do it for me. See that's that's the reaction right there. That's the reaction right there. Kay Adams and Molly. That's it.
Yeah. I was just gonna say. I was gonna say of all the.
And Kay Adams is independent now. She works for the network.
She's one of the best analysts. Period.
Yeah.
Never mind gender. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She's
knocked that out. Yeah.
She might be the best. I'm gonna go out and say right now.
You wouldn't be. The people aren't gonna disagree with you with that.
I think she does a great job.
The players probably want to be interviewed by her. She makes it a fun setting.
Sean Payton probably sits there and begs for it.
Dude, okay. Sean Payton.
You didn't have to take it like that. She is the only person that can ask Sean Payton a question and get an actual straight answer. Sean Payton will bullshit his way around every question.
It's not like she's asking a question that's scripted from the network. You can tell her questions are crafted by her with the way she asks them. They're very
She uses her personal relationship with these people from NFL Network, Good Morning
Football. She always calls back to prior practices she goes to. The event
she knows her shit.
Yeah.
She does a very good job.
Dom's refamiliarized. You know what I'm trying to say.
Refamiliarized.
I'm trying to put the voice to the face.
Yeah. You mean the face to the
name?
No, voice to the face.
Well, there's no voice right now. You don't get to hear it.
You can hear my voice. Here's my face.
All right. Bucks defensive line, Kalijah Kancey will miss the rest of the season with a torn pec. After last night's performance, you're going to need any help you can get on the defense.
That's tough.
Yeah.
And you don't have your edge rush presence that you guys used to have either. Because let me tell you, the Texans were absolutely clowning your offensive line last night.
Baker Mayfield got hit every single play. That is something,
Baker was contacted a lot last year, but I don't think I ever saw him as under much pressure as he was last night.
He was. We'll get to it when we talk about the game, but holy cow. I'm like
bad, dude.
baffled that he's still walking.
I will say I respect the hell out of him though for getting up. He was hurt, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson looked at him.
And forgot he was hurt and had to get up and
popped up, and he was basically without words and just interpretation of what we saw. Basically got up and said, "You are not going to look at me down while I'm on the ground. I don't give a fuck if I'm hurt or not. You are getting your ass kicked for this game now." And Baker got up and played and finished that game, and he won. He won. It, man. I've been pretty. He won.
They won because of Baker, too.
I will always say this till the grave. No matter how Baker plays, there's a presence of his leadership that I would always prefer him over any other quarterback.
And that's why I'm curious, because the reason the Browns gave for letting him go to the Panthers, who had him at Scout Team DN, by the way, the reason they gave was he lost the locker room. What the hell is wrong with that locker room that Baker
So why did Sean McVay rave about his leadership
You're trying to tell me Andy Dalton and Bryce Young has the locker room?
Yeah.
Sean McVay, when he left,
Deshaun Watson has the locker room?
That was one of the first things Sean McVay said when he left to go to Tampa to sign that first contract. The very initial one. Sean McVay said they're getting a great locker room guy. That was one of the first things he said. Great leader.
I mean, his first 3 days there, he led a game-winning drive against the Raiders.
I'm not kidding. When I look at Baker, I actually associate him with Tampa. Like, he fits the mold of that city. And I'm from that city. Baker fits the mold of Tampa's arrogance, cockiness, confidence. I love it.
He works.
Even when they lose, I'm like,
he works better than he did in Cleveland or Carolina.
They failed him in Cleveland. That's where I'm with that.
100%.
What are your thoughts on
Freddie
Baker?
Kitchens? Yikes.
Don't talk about Freddie Kitchens. That man ain't even worth the title. In case Dom has any thoughts on the game, we'll save them for the other game.
We still got to get to this later.
Yeah. All right, Bengals are signing quarterback Mike White following the Joe Burrow news. So, I mean, as we said, like they're obviously
he plays like he did during that 3-4 game stretch 4 years ago.
That's the problem.
Might be okay.
Brings back his prime.
Yeah.
This one was a little shocking for me considering the last 2 weeks have entailed. The Jags have released safety Darnell Savage Jr., who was good. Was good, yeah.
I didn't even hear about this.
Liam Cohen, your quarterback snaps at you, which is fine. We see a lot of quarterbacks do that.
I've never seen a quarterback snap at his head coach.
And you come onto the presser and say, emotions are high. You kind of want that from your quarterback. We all do. We have our moments. And I'm glad you handled it that way because you and Trevor both answered it the exact same way, which tells me you're on the same page still.
Right.
Now.
Oh my God! Did you see Trevor Lawrence do like the?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. With the injury of Travis Hunter, And then, which is not serious by any means, but still, he's banged up. And then your defense is not doing what it needs to do. And now you're releasing what I would call a good veteran presence on the defense. Yeah. So this one's a little surprising to me. But yeah. Keeping on with the quarterbacks theme we have this week going on, the Vikings have signed former Bengals quarterback Desmond Ridder to their 53-man roster to add some depth to Carson Wentz. Now that JJ is going to take some time off, unfortunately. Like I said, every team this week left with some sort of bad news, honestly. Yeah. Unless you're the Chargers. The Chargers have yet to have bad news this week, unfortunately.
It's coming.
I hope it is. I really hope it is. I hope my Pick Ems are wrong. Mm-hmm. All right, Nick. Kick us off with our game analysis this week.
Our Thursday night football game started with the Commanders and the Packers. And the Packers defense dominated in a 27-18 win where Jaden Daniels looked
flustered.
He looked rough.
Yeah.
He looked like a rookie. He did not look like the Jaden Daniels of old. He looked scared.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Nick. I feel like you were the one in the offseason who said, don't be shocked if that sophomore slump hits harder than we think.
I know ball, unless it comes to picking winners of games.
Do you think that this injury might contribute to the struggles you were already noticing last week? Because you did say he didn't look as quite dangerous as he was in first year.
I
think Jay Daniels is going to be good no matter what, but I think
he might sit out this week.
I would sit him out
just to get his mind right.
It's not about
even
what
if his injury isn't necessarily enough to hold him out.
If I'm Dan Quinn, I think I'm pulling the plug and saying we don't need you this week as much as we'd like to. Let's get you out for the rest of the season. Yeah. There's going to come to be more crucial games. Dom, I don't know what your thoughts are, but if I were the coach of this team, I would say
load management.
I do agree, but when I'm looking at this team, I'm going to try to focus on what's good. Mm-hmm. Can we talk about Zach Ertz, a veteran tight end?
He's one of my favorite players in the league.
Supposed to be terrible. He was not supposed to do good this year. This is 2 consecutive games where he's had a touchdown.
They wrote him off. He ain't right back,
a lot of yards.
Zach Ertz is just, he did have a dip in play when the Eagles let him go, and he kind of had to refine himself. Yeah. He did. He had to refine himself. But ever since he's come to Washington,
he went somewhere before Washington, right?
Yeah, it slipped my mind. That's why I just went with
Was it the Cardinals?
No, yeah, it was the Cardinals.
It was the Cardinals.
Yeah. Which he wasn't all that awful, but it wasn't Zach Ertz of the Super Bowl era.
See, all of us forgot what team he was on.
Exactly.
That tells you how good his stint with the Cardinals was.
And then he gets to Washington. It's almost like he found himself again. And now a tight end's good when your quarterback goes to you when times are tough.
Oh, yeah.
And Jay Daniels kept dumping it to him. And granted, I'm going to say it now before we say this. The Packers might have the best defense this year.
Oh, yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
I know what team doesn't.
I was going to say, I don't care what we think. This week, it is the Packers that have the best defense in the league. Hell, they had it last week. I think we were ignorant to it.
100%.
Micah Parsons is a force we reckon with. That secondary is phenomenal. The defensive line is just
I'd be terrified to play then.
Jaden Daniels in that first quarter was running around for his life. It really looked like he was struggling he didn't look comfortable using his own mobility.
Right.
And I just couldn't put it together. And then, halftime comes. I'm like, okay, they're getting some momentum going. Nope. Right there, ends. He gets sacked 2 times, and it's like, okay, now there's no rhythm, and then it just keeps stalling. Then your run game's failing because Eckler's hurt. Your team's moral's down because of that. Then Debo gets them a touchdown, but then they never even got going after that.
Debo cooked. I ain't gonna lie.
And we've been saying this whole offseason. Expect Debo to cook, but it's like
he is getting. I will say there's a lot of distraction with Terry on the other side of the ball.
He hasn't
done anything.
He hasn't done. Yeah.
The only scary thing about Terry McLaurin is his lack of production on the field.
Since getting paid.
That's terrifying. Yeah. If you ask me, that means nobody's getting paid anymore.
When your Packers receivers, who we notoriously crap on every year for not drafting new ones, outplay your number 1 receiver, who's one of the highest paid in the league, it really makes you question.
Yeah. Tucker Kraft.
Oh my God.
You haven't mentioned him yet. I don't know how we waited this long.
Game of his career.
What? He had 6 catches, 124 yards.
Dude, he had an 80-yard rip in the first quarter. Not quite 80 yards,
but he's been doing this consistently.
We
saw him at the end
2
of
years ago.
Last year, he was balling.
Yeah. 2 years ago was when he came onto the scene. Then last year, he really just put it together.
Yeah,
I had him on one of my fantasy teams.
And
I had to start him
for a tight end.
I had to.
He moves.
And who was Robert Tonyan? Man, Packers just know how to develop players, honestly.
Oh yeah,
because Robert Tonyan was good a couple years ago too. People forget about him. He was a great tight end that started off as blocking, bigger presence like Tucker was, and then came onto the scene as a receiving tight end. And they started using him over the field to stretch the verticals.
Too, right?
Yeah. They've had so many guys that just under the radar. But no, Tucker Kraft really took over this game. And Jordan Love has never looked more comfortable and confident than in these first 2 games. It looks like he earned
that contract.
And we talked about him at least 3 episodes this past offseason leading up to the start of this season. Just kept speculating, is he going to be able to do it? But
I said that
always.
So I think I sent the post to you guys, but Brett Favre won a Super Bowl when he was 27 with the Packers. Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl when he was 27 with the Packers. Jordan Love turned 27.
27
in November.
Everyone has said, not everyone, but I mean like big time sport networks have said the Packers were their pick for the Super Bowl this year for the NFC. There's a legitimate chance you're
That's
seeing.
not insane.
There's a legitimate chance you're seeing the green and gold. Dude, we've said it all offseason. There are players in the league that cause an impact to cause
Especially
the whole
with
team
Micah
to
Parsons.
win. And Micah might
Being
just be
added.
that.
Yeah,
Everyone's like, well, they
maybe the
got rid
final
of Kenny
piece.
Clark. When I saw Kenny Clark part of that trade package, I almost said, no, you dumped him off the perfect time. You got him
Yep.
off where he's still going to provide help to
He's
the
at the height
Cowboys.
of his value,
But he's
gonna
not taking
regress.
back away from you
And you're
guys.
getting a better player in return.
Micah
No
Parsons
question about
is
it.
easily.
Micah Parsons not even in his prime yet. He's got another 2 years.
They-
to
they've been
live.
That's crazy.
They've been saying that,
That's
and, you know,
terrifying.
Dom's not wrong. They've been saying that any outlet you go to, they keep saying they don't even think he's there yet. They don't even think he's touched the prime yet.
That's
And if this
unbelievable.
isn't his prime, we might be
Wow,
seeing
I'm
Lawrence
I'm
Taylor
scared to see what
in
is-
our generation of football.
Yeah.
That's at least the closest you're going to get to Lawrence Taylor. And you know what? Who am I to say here to be like good for the NFC? If this is what the North's going to bring, if this is what we got to see.
Keep it in the NFC.
Keep it, exactly. As long as it's in the NFC, he's the only guy that's
I'm
got to
good,
deal with
dude.
it, and I'm fine with
Until
it.
you got to go to the Super Bowl and play.
That's okay. That's the stage I want to see
Can't-
him.
we
I
can't
don't-
even beat the Colts, dude. Let's pump the
let's
brakes.
worry about the Super Bowl when we can beat, you know,
Daniel
some 500
Jones.
teams or some quarterbacks that have never been good.
Been a journeyman.
Yeah. But no, long story short, the Packers came on to Thursday Night Football and absolutely kicked ass. And, you know, we'll see what the Commanders can do amongst the, you know, adversity they're facing. But
Speaking
Dom and I
of-
picked Dan Quinn as the coach of the year. Let's see how he
Yeah.
responds.
That is true. But speaking of the Colts, Nick,
yeah, you got back to
I'm
back.
going back to back.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I had you primed up.
I'm
yeah.
ready, dude. So, where do I even
He
Take
turned
a
it
deep
around
breath.
real quick.
Collect all your thoughts. I again wanted you to do this game
The
because
Denver
you have to.
Broncos took their plane ride down to Indianapolis to play red hot Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, and the Indianapolis Colts, in which we saw fireworks in the first half, a 21-20 halftime
Go look at the
score,
clip. You saw how we
in
reacted.
which Bo Nix threw 3 first half touchdowns. Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin, and Adam Troutman in that order.
Don't leave out J.K. Dobbins, man. He looked ferocious.
He looked phenomenal, dude. This
4 carries in the first
team
quarter.
looked unbeatable, but the defense, what are they doing?
I
Maybe it
think
was
they
just a
stayed
bad
back
half.
in Denver
Maybe it
when
was
they
just a
flew to
bad half.
Indianapolis. I don't know what happened there. I
And
think
then
those
we
were
came
dress-ups.
out in the second half. J.K. Dobbins touchdown.
Never
right?
saw the touchdown end zone
But the
again.
Colts stayed with us the entire time. The defense did not step up. The offense finally got moving again. Will Lutz gets in field goal range, kicks it, hits the goalpost. No good. Okay. That's not the worst thing in the world. We're okay. Colts stick with us, stick with us, stick with us, stick with us. We get to the end of the game. The defense finally gets a stop, force a 60-yard field goal wide right. We're celebrating. Kevin Harlan said, the Broncos are going to win. We see the Colts mascot faint. But wait, there's yellow animation. And what does the yellow animation mean, Gabe?
It's a good old flag.
It's a flag. And guess what it's for? Leverage.
Leverage.
You know when the last time leverage was called?
800
I wasn't
game.
even born yet.
I thought it was
John
like
Madden
26 or
called
60.
it
It was
in 2003.
wow.
2003.
shit.
John Madden called it. I had not even been born.
That's a true
Leverage
that's an actual
happens
fact?
on
I thought it
every
was 16
single
years ago. but you
field
might be
goal
right.
in the NFL, and they decided to call it on this one play.
A
You know
60-yard
why?
field goal, too. It
You know
isn't-
why? Because not one person on the planet, other than a Broncos or Colts fan, would be talking about this game unless there was some major controversy, and the NFL got it.
So
The
before
NFL got
I
their
share my
controversy.
thoughts, because Dom, you heard mine already. I want to hear if you have anything to say about this game before I take it away.
How I look at this game is I'm not gonna it's the first 2 weeks of the season. I really can't
Season's
make too
over.
many predictions. Like that's what I'm trying to avoid. If I'm the Colts, you guys
Your analogy was perfect. I want you to say this on the show. What you told me earlier about this. Starting 2-0 doesn't mean anything. You told me this earlier.
Oh yeah,
We
yeah.
were talking about this.
If I'm the Colts,
He's saying that because his team is 1-1.
you can't
We'll
be
see.
too happy. Look at the Saints last year.
They were unbelievable.
They were 2-0,
That's what Dom
won
was saying
each
earlier.
game with over 40 points, and then they just
They fired
won.
their coach mid-season. Dennis Allen was gone within that
Down.
same season.
So if you're the Colts, you can't be too comfortable. With that being said, holy cow, you guys look better than you have in many years.
Daniel Jones
Enjoy
resurgence.
it
If
while
I'm the
you got it,
Broncos-
You
though.
cannot win a football game allowing 300 yards to Daniel Jones and a $160 to Jonathan Taylor. It's not going to happen.
If I'm
wanna
the
hear this.
Broncos,
I need to know you. I need to hear what you got to say about that.
if I'm the Broncos, I wouldn't be down on your quarterback by any means.
Oh,
There
absolutely
is
not.
no
This is not
sophomore
a
slump coming
Even
out
that
of
one
This
Baylor.
is what I-
interception, that was not his fault.
this
His
was-
arm got hit.
I'll get to that. This is exactly the game that we anticipated, needed, and wanted to see from Bo. Considering week one's, when you win and you walk away, feeling like you lost, like me and you did that entire week leading up to the show, that's not a good feeling. I still feel the same way I felt week one, but arguably
who's
worse.
to blame? Your defense.
No,
And that's the thing. You have to sit back and be honest with yourself.
The
This is a
preseason
concern.
hyped up the Denver defense
is a
to be the
concern.
best defense.
Unbelievable. Sky high expectations.
And they just got crossed up by
And,
Daniel Jones.
One of the
They
players
definitely
that
come
we
back down
hyped
to
up
earth.
hasn't touched the field yet.
Trey Greenlaw.
Dre Greenlaw. I understand.
We need
I
Dre Greenlaw
understand.
now more than ever.
I
Justin
sense-
Strnad looked awful.
No, Justin Strnad, it wasn't him. It was Alex Singleton.
It was
Alex
both of them.
Singleton. It was
both
arguably
of
both of them. But when
But
Alex
that-
Singleton's the one
that-
calling the plays, when you're the one calling plays for defense, you have to be on your game. The entire game.
Even PS2 didn't look spectacular.
Well, he got hurt.
Well,
That's
PS2.
true.
He played through an injury.
So I talked a lot of crap after the game saying defensive player what? Because that isn't defensive player of the year that I just saw.
Yeah.
But I had to take into consideration that I don't know what the injury was sustained. They never actually confirmed if he just came out there being a tough guy because he's the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
So we don't know what he's playing on. But I can
He
tell
did
you,
look awful.
he did
Let
not
me
look
start with
comfortable.
that.
He didn't look comfortable.
No, he did.
I can't tell you
He
for
needed
sure
to
that
sit.
he was comfortable
I
or not in
sent
pain.
the post to you guys. It was that Daniel Jones is like the first quarterback in the modern era to go 2 games without punting. I
Yep.
believe any turnover.
They've scored on every
9
single
straight
drive they've had.
drives.
You know who was the next closest person to that?
It better not be. Chiefs
Peyton
or-
Manning
Okay.
on the Colts.
Daniel Jones
Wow.
broke the record for
Yeah.
most passing yards in a game. Peyton Manning's record, broken by Daniel Jones.
Thanks to us.
Was Peyton Manning
Thanks to
even
us.
there? They didn't show him once.
Nope, they didn't.
That's crazy.
Now, before we move on, the biggest thing I wanted, and I told Dom I didn't want to bring gambling or any of those speculations into it, but I saw one report and I figured we at least, touch some light on it just to see what our thoughts are before I get into the actual analysis of the game. I saw a report saying that, leverage call is never called. And they showed 3 different, blocks in that game where we pulled leverage in the first quarter, the third quarter, and in the fourth quarter before that leverage call. So take that how you will. And then there's the spread, the lovely spread that Vegas odds give us. If they hit that field goal, Denver doesn't cover, or Denver covers the spread. If they miss that field goal, Denver covers the spread. If they don't miss it, we don't cover the spread. And if I'm messing up, on my bad. I feel like you know what I'm trying to say. I love how you can't decide. There's my personal belief. This is where my bias fan comes into play. Let me get this part out first. You cannot decide a game by that call. On a 60-yard field goal, you cannot call leverage, knowing damn well that it's already out of range. The odds are against him to make the kick. So you're going to call that there.
Not even like the guy touched the ball. Either.
Now,
Like,
here's
no,
my
it
other
didn't affect the
argument.
play
Here's
at
my
all.
my other argument. He didn't clear the center, nor did he hop the line. There was no advantage gained. There was
it wasn't even close.
It wasn't like we gained an
It
advantage.
didn't affect the play.
It didn't affect the play whatsoever. So for them to sit there and call that, and then to discuss it before, because Sean Payton came on the field thinking we won, and then when they told him to get back and they started bringing it, if you have to sit there and discuss that call, that tells me at least one ref in there is sitting there thinking, really, right now? Now's that time? You're telling me the man upstairs, all the guys up there in New York are going to tell you, yeah, submit the call, do it, go for it. That's how you want that game to end? I'm sorry, there's something about that doesn't sit well with me. And that's not even considering the Vegas take in it. Now that I presented that, did you hear anything about that? And what are your thoughts on that? Because that's a whole scenario in itself if we want to get to that side of the conversation, because that is a thing in sports now that people want to get enraged about.
I'm not gonna comment on the sports betting, whatever, because I don't know. I don't know what that story is. Here's what I am gonna say. This game should not have had to come down to that field goal, and
I
that
agree.
was a penalty. It was correct. It was the correct call.
By textbook definition, yes.
There is
Yes.
absolutely no excuse.
But same thing with play
if
action.
you want to sit here and bitch and moan about this game being rigged or that call was BS,
that's why I said I don't
what
even want
the
to
hell
entertain it. I
ever,
don't even want to entertain
it
it.
doesn't matter. It was a penalty and it was called, and the Denver Broncos are 1-1. That's all I care about. I
But
don't care about the damn
long story
Vegas
short.
sports betting odds. It doesn't matter. We're 1-1. We need to bounce back next week against the Chargers.
I agree. Long story short, what I take from this is that if I'm the refs, be consistent. If this is going to happen on every play,
That's
throw
the
the
biggest
flag.
thing.
every
That's
play.
the biggest thing.
Don't pick and choose the play you want
Yeah.
to throw the
I'm
flag
so
on,
glad you're
and
saying that,
that's
but it
where I'll
shouldn't
leave
be
it.
saying in week 2. I'm glad
I
you're
agree.
pointing that out, but it shouldn't be said this early.
I was
it
watching
shouldn't.
Brandon Perna. I don't know if
The
Don knows who that is,
36th
but
game, worst
he's
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Broncos YouTuber. He covers all teams. He does a lot with Tom Grossi. But he said this is the worst officiated game of the year so far. Granted, it's
I
only
mean, let's be real. We saw 4 PIs against the Colts on the
that's not
exact
good.
same plays back to back.
Oh my God,
That helped us out big time.
But it wasn't.
We would
they
not
were
have scored a
not-
touchdown on that drive.
Look,
that was the drive. Bo
You
Nix threw to
can't
Troy
call it. When
Franklin.
the receiver is doing the same act of shoving that the corner's doing, don't call it. Let the boys play football. You
Let,
want
yeah,
to
let,
be
let him
physical.
fight. Let him fight.
But before we move on, I do want to get this out there for my explanation because I agree with everything you just said, and I agree with everything you just said. You need to take
That's
this
the first
loss
time
on
that's
the
ever
chin.
happened on this podcast.
It is. You better take this and run with it. You need to take this loss. You need to learn from it. If there's one thing I've known from the Broncos in the last 2 years, it's that when they lose, look at the Chiefs game, they tend to come back
We
with
came
some
out the
sort of
next week
vengeance.
38-6 over the Falcons.
I want people to keep in mind if there's one thing Sean Payton has been good at in his tenure with the Broncos thus far, it's that when they lose this embarrassingly, it never happens a second time.
70-20.
So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna have faith
came back the next
that
week,
it's only week
21-0
2, like
over
you
the
said.
Bears.
Yeah.
You can't overreact yet. You still have so much
Let your
time
offense settle
to
in.
correct these things. The defense doesn't need to be written off yet. You need a good week of practice. You need to look at the film and you need to sit there and say, "Wow, we really did suck." The defensive line needs to sit there and say, "Jonathan Taylor had over 160 rushing yards, and 40 of them came on the final drive to put them in that position to win the game."
Yeah.
Unacceptable. Sean Payton sat there and said, "These calls are on me." Him and Darren Rizzi need to sit there and take that on the
Wasn't the
chin
first time
and
I heard
say
that.
Yeah,
that
Sean
it's our
Payton said
fault.
that last week. What are you doing, Sean, dude?
You can
Come
only say
on,
that
man.
But rather
I
than
don't
getting
want to
back
hear
into that whole
I
conversation,
don't want to hear I got to do better. Just do it.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
say it.
That's
Just
my
do
point.
It.
Rather than going down that whole lane again, I'm going to leave it at this. It is week 2. You need to learn from this mistakes now. If you're going to make them now, they can't happen again.
Exactly.
Long story short, you have 15 weeks to correct this. Let's correct it. Let's get onto the Chargers and let's kick their ass. Because I looked at it
It's a
last
tough
night.
stretch.
I looked at it last night and said that the Chargers need to win last night because if they lose last night, they don't lose 2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
Justin Herbert's not doing that this season. So you need to correct it now because if it doesn't correct now, it's not happening and you won't see the playoffs this year. And it's as simple as that.
Yep.
And that's my thoughts
want
on
it,
this
you
week's
gotta go
game.
get it.
Exactly.
And they're not going to get it.
All right, staying in the AFC West. This had a better outcome than the Broncos game for me, at least. And I'd say all of America.
I can't even enjoy this.
Exactly,
Dude.
and we said that at the game. It's hard to enjoy this loss for the Chiefs
0-2.
when you also lose in an embarrassing
This is the
fashion.
first time in Mahomes' career he's lost 3 straight.
Now, we witnessed the Super
Going
Bowl
back to the Super
rematch in
Bowl.
which the Philadelphia Eagles took on the Kansas City Chiefs, and they won 20-17. By no means is this a dominating game by any means.
No.
We are all fully aware that the Eagles kind of slid by, found a way to win, which is what a good team does do, so I will give them their credit for that. We are fully aware that Chris Jones is all sour on how they won. We are fully aware that now the NFL wants to make us think about the tush push. Before I even get to the analysis of the
Big
game,
whoop.
NFL owners, this is the beauty. You guys get to vote on these things, and you guys did indeed vote on keeping this play. Therefore, now you get to pay the repercussions of keeping this play.
Yep.
Me and Nick said this on Sunday. You don't like the play? Good. Go make your own variation of it and do it. If another team can't
Colts
run the
did it
play,
to
which
us.
we've all tried it, and if you can't run it, the play needs to stay because that's called execution. No other team's executing it like the Eagles are. Now, granted, you want to fix the offsides thing, fine. There may be some more restrictions in terms of how Philly lines up.
Okay.
But-
the Chiefs cannot complain about the Eagles' offense
they should be
doing
the
anything.
last ones to
Their
complain.
right
Jawan Taylor.
tackle
Jawan
goes
Taylor.
offsides
Every play.
Every play. He
Jawan
gets
Taylor's
an early
notorious
step.
for it.
I'll
Now-
watch it.
Against
I
the
can
Ravens
see it with my own eyes.
last year, week 1.
Now
And
we
over
can
and
sit
over
here.
again.
We can sit here and say anything you want about the Eagles, the officiating, the tush push, whatever the case may be. This Eagles defense, despite all the narratives that were pushed this offseason, is continuing to play how they did last year. Maybe not as elite looking, but they're getting the job done in key moments. And that's honestly what matters. Because when you win Super Bowls, it's because you won in key moments.
Also, how are the Chiefs a top 10 team being?
So that's what I'm going to say. How are you
They
0-2
dropped to
and
number
Patrick
11.
Mahomes is still
No,
in
they're number 10.
regards?
No,
No.
Because
Yeah.
As of today, NFL power rankings came out. They were number 11.
were they? I think I
I was
saw
looking at
another
it in
outlet.
class instead of doing my work.
when Mahomes is your leading rusher, you have a lot of questions for Pacheco, Kareem Hunt,
Broncos
Andy
were
Reid.
10.
I mean, look, I just can't hold this team as, the face of the NFL that they want to push down our throats when these are the performances you're getting. Nick said today, it's hard to promote the idea that Jalen Hurts is an MVP level quarterback with the play he's having, but at the end of the day, he figures out ways to win, and he plays damn good football at the end of the day, whether you like it or not. Stats don't tell the whole story. Yes, he only had 101 passing yards. Yes, he only had 15 rushing yards. Yes, the touchdown was on the legs, not through the air. A.J. Brown having a rather season, but
ESPN has the Chiefs at 8.
that's absurd. That is absurd.
CBS Sports is claiming that the Chiefs will be fine after an 0-2 start and has them at number.
Travis Kelce handed
They
an
also have an
interception.
11.
11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who's at 10? The Denver Broncos, baby.
Yeah, enjoy it now because it ain't going to be there
Yeah, it
for
ain't going
long.
to last.
And then for the fantasy owners, I'm tired of hearing this about AJ Brown. There's a difference in fantasy performance. There's a difference in play performance. He did not look that terrible this week in terms of fantasy. Yeah, I get it. It's probably frustrating.
What?
He did not look that terrible
he's doing
this
his
week.
job
He's doing
in the
his
game.
job. He's making the catches that were targeted
He
his
ain't
way.
doing his job. Not at all.
Nick, not every season are you going to have 3 touchdowns a week.
He better.
You're winning football games. At the end of the day,
Gabriel,
that's what matters.
I
Nicholas.
don't care how the Eagles do.
Government name is crazy.
I need fantasy points.
There's
My
a
team
difference.
lost
I'm not talking about
100
fantasy standpoint right now.
I am. I drafted
That's
that
poor
man.
coaching. That's poor coaching.
Listen,
Nick
listen.
Sirianni.
That's poor coaching.
You're below me in the
Listen,
standings. By the
I
way.
got my ass handed to me last night by Joe
If I'm the
Myers.
Chiefs, you have a lot to worry about. When Patrick Mahomes is your lead rusher, you have a lot to worry about.
Well,
He's
Nick
by
was our lead rusher pretty much all last year.
well,
Nick, you want to hear Nick
when you
Wright's
fix
explanation
it.
on this 0-2
Oh, no.
start?
God.
Not
Oh,
really.
great.
He proposes that there's nothing to worry about considering the surrounding AFC situation. Buddy, worry about your own team's record before you worry about
You're
the
dead
surroundings.
last in the division. A full game behind everybody else.
A full
2 games behind the Chargers.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Those are
Enough
my
said.
concluding thoughts on this game, though.
Yeah.
Good to say is the Chiefs lost. That's all that
There
matters.
you go. That makes me
Jalen
happy.
Hurts, you are making it very difficult to keep defending your
Stop.
MVP case.
It's week
But
2.
Next up, we have game 1 of the doubleheader that we were able to watch on Monday, and it was the Bucks versus the Texans. I'm gonna put it right out here. Baker's a dog. We touched on it earlier
This is
in
one
the
of the
news.
most physical
The
games of the
only
week.
reason that the Bucks won this game is because of Baker, and it's the 4th and 10.
He didn't
in
quit.
The last drive, he escaped a pocket that was
Unbelievable
broken, and he ran for 15 yards, did a flip,
He did this all game.
stood right back
The
up
entire
after.
He got
game.
hit every single play.
And it
this
wasn't
Texans
like-
defense is legit.
Dude, it wasn't like they were just getting hit. I watched
They
the
were,
condensed
like-
highlights again tonight after Nick last night highlighted the defense's performance. They were hitting them like their life depended on it. They were the most physical team I've seen this
D'Amico
year.
Ryans had those boys ready to play.
You know, and it sucks because they're 0-2, so you have to sit there and downplay them. But you can't.
This is the best 0-2 team maybe in NFL history.
I mean, you got to sit there and look at this. Will Anderson. I mean, oh my God, the tackles aren't even
Sheldon
touching him.
Rankins.
CJ Gardner-Johnson.
He sucked with the Bengals last
This
year, and he came back to
defensive
Houston,
unit
and now he
is-
looks great again.
I mean,
I don't know what D'Amico
and
Ryan's doing, but
the
I like
Danielle
it.
Hunter,
The Bucks'
He
run
looks
game
phenomenal.
Derek Stingley.
solidified.
Yeah.
Bucky Irving is
Rashad
Bucky
White even
Irvin
looked
had a
good.
game.
Yeah.
Rashad White didn't
Rashad
even look
White-
half bad. 10 rushes, 65 yards, and a tug. That's all you need.
Nick Chubb had a long rush at the end of the game too.
This game was not far
He
off of
sucked
either
the rest
going
of the
either
game,
way.
but-
Either way, this.
Oh, yeah.
And okay. Let's open this conversation up. Can I ask you boys this? CJ Stroud, 3rd year in the league. I need to know your thoughts before I propose any more, opinions.
It's time to get nervous, but it's not time to give up.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, Dom.
I agree.
You do? Okay.
I
Usually
agree.
you're the more critical when it comes to these younger quarterbacks. But everyone writing off CJ Stroud saying, oh, well, he sucks. It's year 3. Year 1 was immaculate.
You don't have your best receiver.
he
one of
set
your
up
best
false
receivers.
ex-
Tank Dell's still
Yeah.
out.
He set up false expectations.
Stephon Diggs
for
left.
you to sit there and think that that's going to be every season and beyond would be delusional. Bo is not going to do what he did yesterday or 2 days ago every week. I am fully aware of that. You need to be a realist. Do I want it? Of course, everyone wants it. If CJ Stroud wins you games, gets you back in the playoffs, even with a down year, that's what matters.
Oh my God, Vita Vea is fucking huge. That
What-
guy's.
Yeah.
That defense, if they kept Desmond Watson, would have been crazy.
My God, if Nick Chubb wasn't Nick Chubb, they wouldn't have no rushing yards.
He never got picked up.
A guy that big should not move that fast.
Get
He's
ready to
very
It's
learn
scary.
scary.
Denver, buddy.
It's scary. Like I was watching the
need it.
TV and I'm like, that's a fucking tank right there.
No one stops.
Oh
Vita
my
Vea.
God.
What are you gonna do? Who the hell is blocking?
Yeah.
What? Really?
That's a lot of mass. moving
Throw
at a
him in
lot of
there for the
speed.
tush push, dude. Either for the offense or for the defense.
Yeah.
I would make him a fullback on certain plays in the red zone. Shit, why not?
Like Matlock for the Chargers.
I mean, the Broncos do it with Malcolm Roach from time to time. They did it last year a couple
Do they?
times. Yeah, they threw him in the because they did it in the Saints, and then Sean carried that over with us against the Saints in that Thursday night game.
Huh.
It was interesting. It
I
was
don't
an
even
interesting
remember
watch.
that.
I do, because seeing Roach coming on offense was not a sight I thought I'd ever see.
Michael Burton, get ready to learn.
But Baker,
Somewhere else, buddy.
before we get off from this game, Emeka Egbuka is crazy
Oh my
good at
God,
football.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah, what a
care
player.
that he only had a couple catches. That
He was
wa-
crucial.
That
The
one
stats
drive,
don't tell the whole
That's what I'm
story.
saying. That
Yeah.
first drive to come out and open the way he did and continue to be Baker's safety blanket, because let's face it, Mike Evans is not the number 1 anymore in my eyes. I think Emeka's
I
slowly
don't
taking
think
over.
he's gonna get 1K this year. I'm sorry.
I hope he does. I hope he does. But
I
I,
hope he
think
does. I
Emeka's
don't think
taking
it's gonna
over.
happen.
This is becoming Emeka's offense. And if that's who Baker goes to,
Especially
then
when
so
Godwin
be it.
comes back,
Then
now
so
you'll have
be it.
extra attention spread out, and that'll open
And
up.
Kate Allen's not a bad tight end.
No,
By no means. So
I
this
saw him
offense isn't
in
far
person
off.
catch a game-winning touchdown from Tom Brady.
Yeah.
against the
So
Rams. He's got that gene.
I mean, hey, Baker came on with some moxie at the end of the game saying, yeah, we're 2-0. It doesn't matter
Good.
how we did it. We're 2-0, and that's all that matters. They can keep getting these wins out.
That's
then
the kind of
they're gonna
quarterback
sit in the
I
playoffs
want.
again. So,
Yep.
taking it back to the West. So, as Dom mentioned, we had a
Good
doubleheader.
God.
So, this game was at 10 p.m., so it was a late night. I got out of work at 10, so for me, I got to watch this whole game. Well,
I
most of
was
it.
sick and felt like I was going to die.
I
So
couldn't
The
watch it 'cause I didn't get the
Chargers-
channel.
And Jay Herbo, yeah, he did. He texted
Boomer.
us asking if anyone had ESPN Plus.
you got to get NFL Plus, dude.
Yeah, I already have my Sunday ticket. I can't afford it anymore.
I don't blame you. The Chargers took on the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas, in which the Chargers did their absolute thing, 20-9. Gino, buddy,
Wow.
you are
You
someone that
Talk about red zone interceptions. Holy
I don't ever
shit.
believe in Gino, but I've never completely written off the teams he's
They roll
been
back.
a part of.
They
Let me
indeed
just
roll
tell
back.
you,
He sure did.
when you open the drive with an interception, that sets the tone for the entire game. And I can't even give credit where I want to give credit because the entire game is going to be, overshadowed by, well, the team sucked. They didn't put a touchdown on the board. Genty had that one nice run in the first half. Brock
Whoop.
Bowers had a couple decent catches. It's like you have the pieces. But when it's being mismanaged by your quarterback that you paid this money to, it really opens my eyes and frustrates me. Now, granted, I'm not going to be frustrated for long because it's in my division. But if you're a Raiders fan or any speculator
know
of this
who you are.
division, I'm not saying that specifically, but if you want to go there, fine. This is not a fun game. I mean, we knew going in what the Chargers were going to do. But come on, the Raiders notoriously keep up with this team. They may not win them all, but they notoriously keep up, like it or not.
Any divisional
I
game,
always
no matter what.
expected this to be scrappy. To see them absolutely look pitiful on Monday Night Football and let Herbert continue this onslaught of insane football that he's on.
He heard the clip.
Yeah, 3
I said that.
picks.
I did say that over text. I said that guy heard our clip, or this morning I said in the group chat. He heard our clip and decided to just say it.
And you know what?
F
Here's
all
my
y'all.
message. Here's my message to everybody that commented on that post. And
We gave him credit. We just
my
said we're not
reaction
willing
to Justin Herbert's fiery start to the year. This is great, right? This is what every team dreams of. But
This is what I
is
wanted.
going to happen when you get into January football? That's what I care about. Can you get to January football? And once you get there, how do you perform?
Guess what, Nick?
Thus far, he's performed awful. 4 interceptions last year in the wild card. What?
Time will tell.
Oh,
Time
no.
will tell.
Oh my god.
Time will tell.
When we
And
get in
guess
the Time
what?
Will Tell t-shirt.
Oh, before we move on, Quentin Johnson
What a
finally
resurgence from
proving
him,
in
dude.
year 3
Yeah,
that
he
is
caught a
not-
60-yarder, right?
He has been on his game. They didn't even need Keenan Allen back on this roster.
Who?
He had a touchdown last night. Let's not.
And 61 yards, so you don't dig it.
Yeah, let's give him his
I
credit.
hate Keenan Allen. I have a
But
personal vendetta against Keenan Allen.
Lad
Because you know what?
McConkey-
In 2019,
No, he's gonna
when
go.
we beat the Chargers, Drew Lock threw that game-winning touchdown to KJ Hamler.
Yes.
Keenan Allen was asked on his thoughts on the Broncos during that game. And he said, quote, "They suck." And I have forever held a vendetta for the last
Nick, you
6
respond
years.
the same way when we talk about our division rivals, so I don't blame him. Anyways, Quentin Johnson and Lad McConkey itself would have been a great offensive duo. I don't even think they needed to bring Keenan. I think they only brought him in just in case Quentin fell.
Veteran presence, yeah.
Now, if you're Charger fans, man, I hope you guys are apologizing because don't act like you guys weren't the ones talking shit about this guy when he was underperforming. I mean, this is.
There's a reason he went to Chicago.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy for the guy. I am happy in terms
No.
of his career. I don't want it to be on the Chargers, but the fact that he's doing what he's doing is
I'm sick.
he's the one that.
I'm sick of it.
No, you're sick in general.
I am
but
sick.
my eyes are glued to him when we watch this game because I obviously know what to expect from Herbert now, but Quentin has just been putting on master class of 2 performances. Why do you always gotta make a face, man? You always doing that to me.
That's my thing.
I know that's your thing. I watched the video back when we edit it and clip it, and I see that.
I leave little Easter eggs for you.
I'm sure.
So you're not bored.
I see him. All right, Dom, bring us home to the Seahawks.
Next up, the Seattle Seahawks versus the Steelers, in which my 2 buddies to the
The
right
Dom
both
Bowl.
picked the Steelers. Yep.
It was the Dom Bowl.
My
Who
2
could win his
favorite
love?
teams. No, the Seahawks are my favorite team.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, that's why they won.
Would you have been sad
He
had
willed
the
them
Steelers
to
won?
a victory.
Yes, I would be very
No,
sad.
you wouldn't have.
Yes, I would have.
He would have shown up in a Steelers jersey.
He would have come over here and said A-Rod was the best quarterback ever. He loved him in Madden. He loves his voice and
Oh, shut up.
XYZ.
The Seahawks take the win, 31-17.
He definitely put Aaron Rodgers on the
And-
Seahawks in Madden. He
Anyways,
didn't deny it. He didn't say no.
I'm gonna start out being critical. Sam Darnold, you got to clean up the messy plays. You look phenomenal when you're not making stupid decisions.
Are
But
we
in
living
that-
a dream? Do I need to pinch myself?
He's
You're being
listening.
critical of Sam Darnold.
I am being
All
critical.
right,
of Sam
wow,
Darnold.
I wanna
It's
hear
the
this.
second
I
game.
can't believe it.
Listen, believe.
I need to clean my headphones or
Tru-
something.
trust me or not,
I don't.
I think decides for 3 or 4 throws in this game, he played phenomenal. If he cleaned up the 3 or 4 throws that he made that weren't so good, I think the ball placement was perfect. The pocket presence was great.
You're meaning to tell me of 33 passes, you think that only 4 of them were questionable?
Yes. Only 4 of those.
Okay, well,
passes
throwing
were
isn't the only
questionable.
thing he does. What about operating the pocket and decision
Operating the
making?
pocket, he looked amazing. He was outside of the pocket
I don't know.
constantly
There were
under
some
pressure.
decisions he made in evading the pocket rather than stepping into it.
Yes, and I agree. That's where
There's
those
a couple
4
throws
plays
me
come
and you
from.
saw him
Yes.
not make because he just
Yes,
decides to
but
leave.
how about the other 22 throws that he made? Beautiful plays. Look at the first drive. You ended 4-4 with a touchdown to Torrey Horton, the guy I said was going to be
Hey,
good
the
this
start's
season.
always beautiful. Trust me, I can tell you that. The ending is where
No,
it matters.
it's
It not
not.
matter.
This is the first time the Seahawks have scored on an opening drive in 22 games.
It's the first time probably Clint Kubiak's ever done that.
Geno Smith never scored on an opening drive for the Seahawks.
Certainly didn't yesterday.
Well, that's why he's on the Raiders now.
First play of the game, interception.
So for
Well,
Sam
Pete
Darnold
Carroll's
to break
gonna
that in the
revive him.
second game, I'm happy. Also, we saw K9 finally, about time, look like a version of his former self.
He's
with
not a
13
number one back. I'm
carries,
not convinced yet.
1 touchdown, 105 yards. I'm not convinced either, but
Yeah.
considering that Zach Charbonnet only had 10 yards and never made it past the line of scrimmage, I guess.
You started him.
Ten
I
times you
did.
did. Whoa,
And he
10
got me
times you
1
did.
fantasy point. But
It's more than
I'm-
RJ
I
Harvey
am
got me.
beyond happy. I'm beyond happy to see K9 finally like break away, speed.
Yeah, you've been
and run
shit
the
talking
ball.
him for a minute now.
And he finally did something. So I hope he comes
Against a
out
good
next week
defense.
and does the same thing.
My favorite player on your team is still
Consistency.
JSN.
JSN,
He is crazy.
for the 2 games in a row, over 100 receiving yards. He had 8
Ohio State.
receptions in this one.
I
with
hate their college,
103
but I love
yards.
their receivers.
He is the bona fide, Gabe's word, number 1 receiver for the Seattle
Without a doubt.
Seahawks, and I
Without a
love
doubt.
it. He is playing phenomenally. One thing, JSN, you got to work on your ball security. Huge thing. We saw it at the beginning of this game. It wasn't a
fumble.
fumble.
Yeah, at least you won.
It wasn't a
Ball
fumble.
security is
but
your concern
he
right
hit the
now?
ground, the
Derrick
ball went
Henry
flying.
fumbled again.
Bro had 4
week,
points
by
in
the way.
fantasy this
Yeah.
week.
He did not do
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Who was it? Deshaun Elliott came out and said he's easy to tackle. He looked pretty easy to tackle.
Maybe during that one game.
That one given week.
But I'm not
He
gonna
was right.
I don't want to shit on one given player, but can I shit on someone real quick?
Go ahead. Go for it.
Kobe Bryant, what are we doing? Kobe Bryant, what are we doing? I know you got the win, but god
Go
damn,
back to the
Dom.
Lakers, pal.
Not that Kobe Bryant.
I
Dom.
don't think he played terrible.
He put a
He
Pat
got,
Surtain
he
with
got-
one leg.
He got Moss in the end zone twice.
Okay, well,
And then let's not
Moss.
talk about the 20-yard catch he let up.
you want to talk about Jalen Ramsey? That
He
brother
had
got
an
beat by a
interception.
rookie wide
He had an
receiver.
interception.
Yeah, he did. 'Cause that was because
Rookie-
Sam. That was the one throw that Sam.
Oh,
He
and
had-
it was a turnover.
2 of them, by the way. I've been saying it silently to the camera
Let me see.
during your whole spiel.
Anyways,
What are your
Two of
takeaways? Nick,
um,
after he's done.
listen, Seahawks defense. I'm gonna say it. You guys are gonna hate me for it. The Seahawks defense is better than the Broncos defense, as of week 2.
I'd rank us at 32.
As of
So
week 2. For me to finally have a pass
That
rush
ain't
and
funny.
finally be able to stop the run.
Right now,
Oh
your
my
defense
God.
is better because I fucking
Boye
can't speak.
Mafe, Ernest Jones. My
Can't
secondary.
even debate him on it. Can't. I honestly
There's-
can't.
I
this
have
week.
no
when
ammunition
you
to
when
use
you
against
let up over
None.
400 yards
a
of
buck
offense
60
in a
to
given
Jonathan
game.
Taylor and 300 to Daniel Jones.
I mean, yeah, shit. You can have the title this
Listen,
week. Your defense is better than the Broncos.
I'll say it. Aaron Rodgers, 18 for 33, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 203 yards.
He looked nothing like he did last week.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
And I think that's
And that's why
because of the
we picked him.
defense.
We picked him based on what we saw last week, which I
Yeah.
guess is unfair to do. It is unfair,
No, not
but
really,
it's
that's-
expectation I expect from a veteran quarterback at this level.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you kind of know what you're going to get. but I
Jalen
guess
Warren,
not.
a running back for the Steelers, led in receiving yards with 4 receptions.
Where is
86
DK
yards.
Metcalf at?
DK
You're against your
Metcalf
former
had-
team. This is your revenge
He
game.
had 2 drops. I know he had that great
this is
touchdown.
how it
There's a
goes. This
surprise.
is how it
Like
goes
2
nowadays.
drops.
We never see the revenge game actually live up to the hype.
I will
ever.
say,
Dude,
DK,
like,
mad respect for not celebrating that touchdown that you scored. I'll give it to him. Mad respect for not doing that.
I would have.
If you guys saw the clip, you didn't.
I
celebrate.
would have gone nuts with it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, don't celebrate in the NFL because JK got us a penalty for celebrating.
Yeah, I
But-
guess it's.
Yeah. Why are you spiking the ball on a play that's not a touchdown? You have to know
Wait,
as a
wait.
veteran in the NFL.
Wasn't that a flag for like delay a game or
Delay a
something?
game.
Yes,
on the
because
offense.
you are
Okay,
not.
okay.
Listen.
Why
listen,
is that
listen.
delay a game?
Because you are not allowed to spike the ball,
Who
throw the
gives a
ball. You
fuck?
are required to give the ball immediately to the referee, regardless. Now,
Or drop
I-
it where the play ended.
Yep,
Yeah, you're
and
allowed
I
to.
disagree with the rule, but that is the rule because
Which you should
my
be taught.
belief is
You should
that
be
if
taught.
you are on offense, you should be able to do whatever the hell you want with
The
the ball
offense
until your play
has
clock's out.
40 seconds, 40, 45,
Something like
Roughly,
that.
yeah.
somewhere in there. They have 40 seconds.
Yeah,
to-
but considering how long it's taking Bo to get to the line of scrimmage anyways, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
completely
Yeah, we're
agree.
snapping
But that
the
shouldn't
ball.
be a flag. That's
Double
kind of
zero's already on the clock.
Anyways, another thing you can't forget about.
Oh God.
Can the Steelers special teams learn the new kickoff rules, please?
Oh,
They kicked
that
the
was
ball.
awful.
Like, thank God you won me the game for this. But the ball literally just
Take what you can
bounced.
get.
They let it roll into the end zone, and then the Seahawks just picked it up for a free touchdown. I mean, you can't get easier than that. I literally, you guys saw it. I stepped out of the room.
So how good
and
is
it
the
was
Seahawks if this doesn't happen?
14-14, and I came back in. It was 24.
Yeah, I know. You walked in. You're like, what
14.
happened? I was like,
All of us did. We were all getting
Yeah,
food
we were
in
all
the
getting
kitchen.
food. Yeah, we were getting food.
And I
I think Gabe said it first. Like, what the hell happened?
Yeah, I walked in here and I saw the score and I was like, what?
yeah.
But
I mean, I'm happy. I'll take it. But
well, boys, that was the primetime games for Turf Talk podcast this week. So without further ado, Dom, it is your week 2 2-minute drill. Are you ready?
Let me
get
you
the
have
timer.
less games this week.
You
than
do
last
it.
week, so
You.
do keep that in mind.
I have less games. Oh, but
So
I don't
you
know if
got-
I have
Wait,
as
we
much
should.
to
We
talk
covered
about.
6 this week. There should be the same amount, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should have 10. Yeah, no, you should have 10 games to cover, same as last week.
Huh? I thought it was. This looks
Yeah, I
look
do have
shorter.
10.
This looks a little shorter than last week.
You're just trying to cut him some slack. He's got the same work cut out for him. Dom, how we feeling? While I get
I'm
this
ready.
clock up.
I'm ready. I'm ready. The less I think about it, the better. I just gotta wing it and go.
All right. Oh
Okay,
shit.
count me
Hold on.
down.
Wait.
Nap
No.
time.
You remember last time? You give me the green light and I'll
Okay.
go.
Ready, steady, go. Starting us off, we got the Giants versus the Cowboys in America's game of the year, where Russell Wilson once again enters his prime, throwing for over 400 yards. Unfortunately, throws a pick in the most crucial part of the game, and
Shocking.
Cowboys take home the
did you know?
overtime win, 40-37. Next up, we're going to the NFC West, in which the Rams, not a division game, but the Rams face off against the Titans, in which Cam Ward finally throws his first crossbody miraculous first touchdown
Unbelievable.
throw.
It's not his first, but it was
Unbelievable.
beautiful. Yeah.
Exactly. The Rams take that win expectedly 33-19. Next up, we get the Bills versus the Jets. I mean, a game that no one expected to be good, and it was not good.
He
Justin
had a nose
Fields,
broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh Allen broke his damn nose. They went, snapped it back into place, came back in. Justin Fields is now on concussion protocol.
Both of my quarterbacks are
Yep.
gone, man.
There you go. You heard it here first. The Bills take home that win 30-10. Okay, Nick's dying. Next up, we get the Patriots versus the Dolphins in a terrible game to watch. It was horrendous. The Patriots are terrible. Mike Vrabel, you're out of here after this season.
I hope
Wow.
so.
The Patriots
I'm sick of Mike Vrabel.
barely take home the win 33-27. Next up, we got the Bengals versus the Jags, in which we lose Joe Burrow again for another 3 months. See you later, buddy. Trevor Lawrence, you're still terrible. Don't blame it on your head coach. The Bengals take the win with Jake Browning at the head, 31-27. Next up, going back to the 49ers versus the Saints. The 49ers win 26-21. Moving on, we get the Ravens versus the Browns, in which Lamar and the easy-to-tackle Derrick Henry, I guess
Sucked.
they still destroyed them 41-17. Browns, you are not him. Next up, we get the Bears versus the Lions, in which the Lions win 52-21, the blowout game. Amon-Ra, 40-something points in fantasy. Good for you. Next up, we got the Cardinals versus the Panthers. Okay, if you guys didn't talk half the time, I would have made that.
This
but-
is a fair point.
Next up, we got the Cardinals versus the Panthers, in which the Cardinals take home a win, 27-22. The Panthers almost able to come back and win in the fourth quarter. Story of the Panthers' life.
Yeah.
Next up, we get the Falcons versus the Vikings.
What a shootout. Exciting game this was.
An amazing, super close game where J.J. McCarthy threw so many touchdown passes. I didn't know what
He
to do
was
with my life.
unbelievable, dude. He was fantastic.
Only 0 touchdowns and 3
They are gonna
fumbles.
miss
Don't
him.
worry. The Falcons win 22-6. I know that wasn't much of a 2-minute drill because I definitely ran out of
Yeah,
time.
some
but-
2-minute drills got timeouts. We'll just say it was about 2.5.
I
You
had
time
Michael
out.
Penix and Drake London. Neither one of them did anything for me. My whole team sucked.
My team.
Other than Puka Nacua.
My team lost to
That
Dom's
light
Jacoby
just got a
Myers.
lot brighter.
Who he called Jason Sanders like 8 times this morning, or Jason Myers.
Jason
Myers.
Myers. That
Yeah,
was your
Jason-
kicker, dude.
Yeah, I know. Who missed a field goal in the game, by the way? Come on, dude.
All right, Dom, you'll get it back in week 3. As you kept saying this whole episode, it's only week 2.
Yeah, it's only week
have
two.
some. You can have some.
I
mess-ups.
gotta warm up again.
Last
It's
week,
hard
I
to
don't know.
beat.
You came out week 1 strong.
It's hard to beat last week's.
Yeah.
All right. Things all NFL fans must accept following week 2. Starting it off, A.J. Brown is on pace to be a fantasy bust this year.
No.
Keep
Agreed.
in mind, fantasy football.
Nick's never gonna accept.
Don't look at
this.
me.
I'm looking at you, Nick.
I'm trading him. I'm cutting him. I'm not even going to trade him.
Your thoughts?
Yeah.
You agree? Completely?
Yeah.
I mean,
I
there's
do.
no way not to. Number 2, I think we all agree. Micah Parsons will win Defensive Player of the Year.
If he comes out looking like he's been the past 2 games, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't
Right now,
deny
I would
this.
say he's confidently in the running. Number 3, a little bit under the radar considering, the state of the Patriots. TreVeyon Henderson needs more touches. Well, come on, obviously. What do you mean no?
That would be taking touches away from Ramondre Stevenson, who I think
Oh
played
my
very well.
God. I thought you were about to say you have him in fantasy. I was going to say, if you give me
No, I
another
don't have him in
fantasy
fantasy.
analogy.
No.
No,
I
they
think he's
need to.
played
You
very
need to put
well.
the
He
ball
had
in your
88 yards
playmakers.
last week.
Okay, but who's to say what TreVeyon can do considering what he's shown? Oh, there you go.
Yep.
You died. You died.
You killed me.
You heard it
Your
here
terrible
first, folks.
Number 4, Daniel Jones will have a Baker Mayfield type comeback season.
MVP.
I see it.
You do?
I can already
All
see
right.
it in the making.
Number 5, personally one of my favorites. Dylan Gabriel will be quarterback 1 by next
This is
month.
I have
Bold.
his signed card, so he better be the GOAT.
This is bold.
This
but
one
I
also-
I can see it.
This one also a fan favorite.
Yes,
Ashton
sir.
Genty will not win Offensive Rookie
Yeah,
of
he
the
looks
Year.
Absolutely not.
terrible,
He's fucking
so
awful.
no.
He's awful.
Who do we think will win?
That's hard to say right now. There's not really anyone jumping off the board in my opinion,
RJ
except for
Harvey.
Amika.
Nah, Mika Book's going to
Yeah,
win.
Amika's
Or
winning.
Tet.
Or no, Amika's better. Amika's right now hands down.
Right, yeah, we've
Yeah.
seen 2 games,
Yeah.
but
And finishing off with another Raiders player, Max Crosby. God damn, are you done?
no,
Max Crosby will finally make first team All Pro.
absolutely not.
You don't think so?
No.
I do think he deserves it.
He had
I
a
mean,
huge
No.
impact
he's-
in just last game.
He's like
so
the
if
only
he-
thing they got going for them on the defense side of the ball.
I don't
Yeah.
like him.
I know you don't, but
I think he's overrated. I think he has a lot of tattoos, and people are like, "Oh, you look scary." He sucks.
okay,
He's
I
all
disagree with
bark,
that.
no bite.
I disagree with that. If I had
All
him, if he had him on
bark,
our
no
defense, and we
bite.
win that
That's
game, maybe we get some pressure
bold.
on freaking Daniel Jones. If you
We
didn't see my
swept
clip,
him
Jonah
last
Ellis
year.
will be starting over Jonathan Cooper by week 6.
He better be. He better
better
be
be.
starting over Jonathan Cooper by week 3.
All right. Speaking of week 3, we got our Turf Talk week 3 pick'ems. Should I share the lead first? The scores.
Go for it.
All right. This is the current
No,
leaderboard.
actually, don't.
We've got Gabe, me, myself, and I at 26-6. We've got Nick stuck at 22-10 after a rough week of both betting and pick'ems, and then Dom with a nice comeback at 25-7, catching up to me. Let's see what we can do this week. Let's make the magic happen, boys. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Starting off week 3, we got the Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills on Thursday Night Football, in which we went the Bills across the board. Now, guys, I'm sorry I had to be a little bit different.
Yeah,
I'll
you
give
had
you
to
my
ruin it.
explanation.
You had to ruin it.
JJ McCarthy meat rider, even though he's not playing.
All right, week
Real.
2, we've got the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Minnesota Vikings. You went.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Cincinnati
went-
Bengals.
I went with the Vikings,
Nobody
regardless of JJ being out.
Did
I
you
think
see
that go.
How
What are you gonna say?
Carson Wentz played against us last year?
Regardless
Enough said.
of JJ being out, I am taking Carson
38
Wentz in a
nothing.
Vikings team over
Jake Browning.
the Bengals with a Jake Browning quarterback.
Jake Browning, you are my king. You won the last game. You can win this one.
Real.
We'll leave this up in the air for bet. We'll come back to this one because I do think there's another game we can overshadow. But
Yeah.
I'd rather bet on the other one than this one.
Okay.
But you make
Then
me
move
feel a
on
little-
then.
I
Move
will.
on.
Following that, we've got the Texans taking on the Jaguars in a divisional matchup in which we went the
The
Texans
Texans
across the board. Coming back to another divisional matchup, same division, we've got the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans in which we went the Colts across the board. Danny Dimes is getting it done week in and
He's
week out. They're
legit.
going to be 3-0 by our predictions.
I'm sorry, but how do you guys do this?
Now, this game is about to
How?
be nuts.
After
'Cause
Gino
Jaden
comes
Daniels ain't
off 3
playing.
interceptions, I don't
Okay,
care.
Hear me out. Let me finish. Okay?
Do you don't know who their backup
We have
is?
the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders, in which me and Nick went. You can say it. I'll let you do it. Say it. I want you to say it. You never say it. Who'd you pick this week, Nick? Who'd you pick? The Raiders. He went with the Las Vegas Raiders, and so did I. And Dom went with the Washington Commanders. Dom, tell us why you went with the safe pick here.
I mean, after seeing Gino just throw 3 picks in one game, I think he's going to go up against
Well, you
Washington.
should
He's
be the
gonna
first one to
bounce
tell
back.
us. You should be
I
the-
ain't writing him off
Yeah,
yet.
you should be the first one to tell me. You should be the one giving me the advice saying, yo, Gabe, when he throws 3 interceptions, man,
Even
He's
he's
gonna
without
lead the
Jaden
league in
Daniels.
passing and look like shit while doing it.
Dan
he
Quinn
leads
is
in EPA. He leads in everything.
Dan Quinn is too much of a quarterback.
And he missed the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Dan
my
Quinn is too
favorite
much of a
quarterback.
quarterback. Yes, this is. Yep.
Dan Quinn is too good of a head coach to let them lose to the Raiders. So I'm
Now
keeping the
let's
Commanders.
explain to people why me and you went with the Raiders and being a little edgy here.
Nobody cares.
Because I don't think Jaden Daniels is going to play.
I don't
That's
think they
my
should
entire
play.
reason.
Don't think they should play.
I mean,
because
we
it-
mentioned this earlier in the episode.
Even if
we
he
already
doesn't play,
discussed
I
it.
still think they're winning.
No. They look terrible. They lost Austin Eckler. Terry McLaurin's played non-existent.
Mhm.
I'm
sorry,
not
but
confident.
This is a game
I'm
we'll
not
find out.
confident.
We will find out. Time will tell. Moving on, we have the LA Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, in which we went the Eagles across the board. We got the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers in another divisional matchup in which we went the Falcons across the board. Now, boys, this is a rather historical matchup that we have here. We have the
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New England Patriots, and we went the Steelers across the board. Boys, I think A-Rod's getting it done in New England.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
He is getting it done in New England. We have the Green Bay. This is an odd matchup, I won't lie, and it's going to be an easy win for them. We got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Cleveland Browns. You going to cough or you good?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
We went the Green Bay Packers across the board. I messed you guys
never
up.
say the city, do
Yeah,
you?
I know.
Yeah,
Nick was like so disappointed when I started. We've got the New York Jets taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in which we went the Bucks across the board. Moving to our 4 o'clock slate, we've got the guys. I'm so sorry I had to do this. Sorry to you, Nick. We have the Denver
should be.
Broncos
You
heading
should
to
be
LA to
ashamed of
take on the
yourself.
Chargers. AFC West matchup. Me and Dom went.
The Chargers, because Justin Herbo's getting it done. Going to cross up that Broncos defense like there's no
Nick?
tomorrow.
Sean Payton hasn't lost 2 games in a row outside of the first 2 weeks, probably since before I was even born.
Let me justify.
Enough said.
Let me justify. I am taking this with the mindset that I'm looking for a win in my win column, but I'm also looking at this for the perspective of me and you. If I bet against our team and they win, I'm so excited because I'd take the loss on this sheet any day for us to win in real life. But I also, in my heart, I want the Broncos to win. But up here, I do think Herbo kicks our ass. We will find out.
Here's my bold prediction of the week.
Here we go.
The Denver Broncos defense will shut down Justin Herbert and hold him to under 200 pass yards and 1 touchdown.
Bold.
That is my bold prediction
That
of
is
the
bold,
week.
to say the least. Well, time will tell.
Time will tell.
We have the New Orleans Saints taking on Dom Seattle Seahawks, in which we went the Seahawks across the board. Now, Dom, we're
Finally.
finally
You
going.
guys
That's
have
probably
some
the first
faith.
time we've ever said that in the history of the podcast.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I've
happen
had faith
often.
in the Broncos before. About time you guys had some faith in the Hawks.
All right, Dom, sit
You
back
picked
and
the
get excited
Chargers.
right here, all right?
Nick, are you fucking crazy?
A little bit. Just a little.
This
screw.
might be.
One screw's loose. That's it. What?
Wait, more
Okay,
than that,
for
pal.
context,
This
the next
might
game's the
be
Cowboys
the
and the
game.
Bears, and
Wait,
Nick picked the Bears.
No, get excited. He killed it. He
I
killed
did-
it.
I did
He
get
killed
excited.
the whimsical
Cut.
fun. That was
Episode
there.
over. Go home.
Dom, this could be the one right here, so sit back and get excited even though you just ruined it. We have the Dallas Cowboys going to the Windy City to take on the Chicago Bears, in which Caleb Williams has struggled. But boys, Nick Walters has faith. Big Whopp believes that Caleb Williams will get it done. I, on the other hand, think Dak Prescott is walking in there and whipping Ben Johnson in the Bears' ass. And me and Dom both have the Cowboys. And I think right now is the time where we say it. Is it the bet of the week, Nick?
Yeah.
You want it to be the bet of the week? $5.
$5.
I've got the Dallas Cowboys. You've got the Chicago Bears.
Now, let me
Prediction. How much are
explain-
you having them winning by? We won't do a side bet, but I got to know. How confident are you really in this team?
It's going to be a 1-score game.
Okay, so you're not too confident.
No.
You're not
No,
looking at
no,
this
no,
team
no.
like...
Here's my reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears got the brakes blown off of them, 52-21 or something, by Ben Johnson's old team in the Lions, in which he saw his old fan base turn on him like that. They booed his ass out of the stadium. He's pissed. He is going to be looking
He's pissed.
for whoever stands in his way of his next win, and that just happens to be the Dallas Cowboys. Meaning this is our Bear versus Big Whopp bet of the week.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is. I'm looking to be up $20 after this week.
It ain't gonna happen,
If
pal.
you lose another $5, you better be not confident going to
Ain't
the
gonna
week after
happen.
that. Nick, how much money do you think you're losing this season?
Couple hundred.
15. I'm going
All right.
undefeated.
We will see. From this point forward, Nick thinks he's going undefeated. I do not, on the other hand. Next up, we've got the Cardinals taking on the 49ers. Dom, don't say it. Let's just get through it, and then you can say it. We have the Cardinals across the board.
Fuck the 49ers.
There you go.
Real.
And now we have America's most loved team, the Kansas City Chiefs, taking on the New York Giants,
This
led
was
by
a
Russell
tough one
Wilson.
for
And
me.
Russell
as
Wilson's
much-
his prime game number.
As
I either
much-
have to pick the Chiefs
Yeah.
or pick Russell
As
Wilson.
much as I want to
you know.
pick against the Chiefs, I refuse to take the guy who led me to the most depressed time of my life.
Even Dom has started watching videos about how
He has.
and why Russell Wilson is so hated.
So, boys, we went the Chiefs
Chiefs
across the board, and this will be the only week I say it.
I
Go
need to
Chiefs.
go wash my mouth out after saying
Yeah,
that.
this is crazy. Raiders and Chiefs in 1 week. Are you good? Are you dying?
I feel sick.
How you look sick. All right, and to finish it off, we have the Lions taking on the Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Football. Boys, this is a huge game. Based on what we saw week 1, based on what we saw this past week from the Lions, this is a shakeup. Now, Dom, you're going a little opposite than us. Me and Nick went the Baltimore Ravens led by Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson.
Derrick Henry's going to bounce back.
For obvious reasons, me and Nick believe. Tell me why you went the Detroit Lions.
One guy. My number 1 overall pick in my fantasy football team, Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's going to come out and cross up that Baltimore defense. Not only that, but guess what, Derrick Henry, you are easy to tackle not 1 week, but 2 weeks in a row. End case. Lions are winning.
Rebuttal. You got this.
No rebuttal.
You're getting it.
You cannot
Boo.
sit there with a straight
Boo.
face and seriously say Derrick Henry is going to suck 2 weeks in a row. You
After
can't
you
say
agreed
that.
that he was one of the best running backs for our generation, if not the
Derrick
best.
Henry is going to suck 2 weeks in a row.
What is his nickname?
King Henry.
Thank you.
Enough said. That's my rebuttal.
$5.
Oh, no. You're going to lose
$5.
On the game or Derrick Henry?
Both.
No, it's...
All right, so if Derrick Henry has 75 or more yards and a touchdown and a Ravens win.
Yes.
Has to meet the criteria, all of that.
75 yards, touchdown, Ravens win. You get $5. If not, I get $5.
Deal.
Wow, Nick,
There you
you
go.
could lose $10.
I don't think 75
I'm
yards
making $10 this week.
is hard to get to.
You make $5 this week. You're not making 5 off me, though.
You wish.
You're not making 5 off me.
He,
Dak is winning this game.
bro does not know ball.
All right, let's see, because I've known ball 2 weeks in a row. Boys,
I'll let you.
that is our week 3 picks. That is episode 46. Those are our week 2 reactions. Let's just say, hopefully week 3 is a turnaround for us. Dom, if you continue, good on you, man, but I got to see some better and brighter days. Boys, if you ever want to work with us, emails, reach out to us. You know where to get us at GabeDowdPodcast@gmail.com. Make sure you follow on all socials as we are ramping up the content. We've been at it now for about a month now? I'd say we've been consistently getting clips out a day, content out a day. YouTube's been, getting a ton of attention. I love all the engagement, all the comments. TikTok, you've been up doing great, so continue with that. Stay consistent as I will do the same. And boys, join the huddle and join the talk with the Turf Talk Podcast.